Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What's going on? What's going on? Like to welcome everybody in. Like to welcome everybody to the show. Getting it started, getting the week started off right. I see people coming on in here. About to get things going. Hopefully, it look like everybody can hear me. Look like I got everything set up just right. We're going to be joined by Obsidian today. This topic was actually his idea. He emailed me, and so yeah, we're gonna talk about this. This is a topic. Actually, this is one that Game Changer has actually spent quite a bit of time on. Game Changer does good talking about this one, but Obsidian definitely wanted to give his take on this. On the heels of something that he observed and participated in over the weekend. So he wants to get a piece of it. But once again, I'd like to welcome everybody into the building. Y'all know how I do. Always shout out to Early Bird Squad, those that make it in bright and early with the comments before the show even get going. The Mac the Trucker, who used to always be my first comment, came in, says, "What's good, everybody?" Hey, yo, dropped a sigh. I don't know if that's a good sigh or a bad sigh. That can go either way. Hopefully it was a good sigh. Aaron B in the building. Killmatic, what's going on? Aaron B. Excalibur, Naima Buckner. Bang Bang, what's going on? He said, "What's up, Bernard?" in chat. Ephraim McKenzie says, "Nice topic, Bernard. I thought so. Emin Perry said, responding to the topic, says, "Jealousy because they couldn't lock down a high value man." Well, the twist on that is on this show, we're going to be examining. There's actually women who have more or less locked down. I don't know if high value men, but definitely good black men, definitely good, decent, hard working, committed black men. But they still engage in the same fuckery. They still engage in that same fuckery. And here I am, one of my first unforced errors already today. I have not sent Obsidian the link. So I'm going to do that right now while we're talking. While we're dealing with all the pleasantries and hello, how are yous and all of that shit. I'm going to make sure I go and send Obsidian this link. So I'll be a moment with that. I didn't listen to a lot of content over the weekend. Partly because I don't go on the air on the weekend. I take the weekend off. So I didn't listen to a lot of content. I see the titles, and I might duck in 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. But I feel like it's a lot of shit going on that I have no idea about. I feel like it's people that's kind of beefing. A little beef, a little red meat going on in here, but I barely know what's going on. I just sent Obsidian the link, so we should be joined by Obsidian shortly. But yeah, I feel like it's going down. In these black YouTube, black Manosphere streets. A lot of shit going on, a lot of shit happening. I honestly don't know what's up. I honestly don't know what's going on. But yeah. SW1 in the building. Emin Perry already shouted you out. Divine Conception. Simply many black. I think you mean black women. Many black don't like seeing other black women happy if they're not happy. Interesting. Thank you for that comment, Divine Conception. Brian Randall in the building says paying dues. Couldn't watch any of last week's streams. Been taking care of my mom. Hey, respect and salute to you for that. Respect and salute to you for that. How old is she? Is it a situation like that? You know, I don't know. You didn't vague with the details, what you're entitled to be, but that is. You say you was taking care of your mom. Sound like it may be a. I don't know. Maybe a situation over there, but wishing you the best. Wishing you the best. But thank you for your support today. So yeah, and without further ado, we're about to go ahead and get this thing started. Because without further ado, oh, okay, I see you. Yep. Wishing y'all the best in that situation. I don't pray much, but they say sending your thoughts and prayers. But I understand the concept of sending a prayer. I don't understand the concept of sending a thought. But that's why I don't like the concept of sending thoughts and prayers. I never know what to say in these situations, being someone who don't pray. You're supposed to say, "Hey, I pray for you," but I would be lying if I put it out there that I'm gonna be praying for you, because praying ain't really my thing that I do. But whatever thoughts are worth, yeah, our thoughts are with you. Whatever thoughts are worth. I don't think they're worth that much, but hey, our thoughts are with you, man. Our thoughts are with you. But without further ado, Mumia Obsidian Ali is in the building, and I'm struggling with my butt. Click. There it is. I was clicking, I couldn't get him, but now I got him. Mumia Obsidian Ali is in the building. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Another day at the office.
Yeah, this is normally my day off, but I couldn't pass this one up. Too good. Yeah, this was too good a topic to pass up. Usually my day off, I write my weekly column for the Negro Manosphere website and make that column a de facto chapter of my upcoming book, the Book of Obsidian, Volume 2, a manual for the 21st century Black American gentleman. You can contribute to the fundraiser to bring the book out. It's independently published, and I could use all the help I can get. I really appreciate it. www.gogetfunding.com, the Book of Obsidian. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be here this morning, and couldn't pass this one up. It's too juicy a topic, and it was inspired by, it's like ripped right from the headline, so to speak. So glad to be here. Let's get right to it.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying this is a great topic. So I guess I'll let you go ahead and set up more or less what inspired this topic.
Yeah, I'm looking at the topic itself. Why do black women sabotage other black women? And I think that's a very interesting title.
Well, you worded it differently. Let me just read the way that you worded it, because you worded it differently. I don't know if the way you worded it is important to the point that you want to make, but I do want to put that out there, that the title that you pitched it to me when you sent me the email, you said, "Why won't black women help other black women get into good black men?"
And that's a different that's a different wording than the way you worded it right here, because I can go with both, and I guess I will do both now that you brought up the original title. But before we get into all of that, let me lay this all out. So over the weekend, big announcement in the Black Manosphere. Miss Danielle George has announced that she is now engaged to her guy, Curlin. They're going to, as engagements often do, they're going to go and jump the broom at some point in the near future. Very happy to hear about that, and wish them all the best. Okay. So with that being said, major announcement. On her show with Concrete Rose, The Breakdown, A Woman's Point of View, the topic is the battle of the sexes. And so I'm listening to the show, and I'm watching a full clip of panelists, many of whom's names I recognize. And I know that these people are either married or in some other way made it. They got their boo, significant other, girlfriend, whatever. But I noticed that there was one holdout amongst the black women in particular. And that's one Miss J. And she just happens to be the loudest voice in the room. So I'm listening to the colloquy. I'm listening to the back and forth. And I decided to call in or join the panel rather, because I wanted to pose some questions. So my question was, okay, there are 4 women here present. Danielle, Concrete Rose, Mella, Miss J. 75% of whom are now significantly mated in some kind of way. Only Miss J is not. Why is that? And then we're off to the races. That was the point of my question. Why are we having a discussion about a battle of the sexes when most of the people, black men and black women both, are already mated? Why are we having a discussion about a battle of the sexes on a joyous occasion, which is one, not just a black woman, but one of the hosts of the show itself is engaged? Why are we having this conversation? I submit to you, the reason why these conversations still occur, even in the midst of black people who have managed through it all, by hook or crook, to find each other, is because the tail is wagging the dog. Meaning, this is going to be provocative, so tighten your chin strap.
Mm-hmm.
The failures among us get to call the shots. That's why. Case in point, pick me. It's the failures of black women who call other black women who have succeeded pick-me's. And see, unlike other cultures, see, if this were Jewish culture, and there were 4 Jewish women, 3 of whom got married off, and there's one left, they'd be like, Edie, what's the problem, Edith? What's the holdup? Not in black America. See, that's verboten. The other 3 sisters that got a man can't ask that one lone sister, Janice, what's the deal? What's the holdup? See, you can't do that. In Asian culture, Asian societies, you got 4 Asian women, they get married off. There's one Asian woman, 3 of the 4 get married off, or in some other get engaged or whatever. You got the one holdout. They're gonna be like, May, what's the problem? What's the deal? In Hispanic culture, this happens. My big fat Greek wedding culture, this happens. Only in black America, the sisters who have succeeded, they figured it out. They've made it happen. They better not open their mouth to that lone. Oh no, can't do that. Why? Because in black America, the tail wags the dog. That's why. The losers get to determine what happens for everybody else. That's why.
Interesting stuff. One thing, okay, wait, hold on, right on cue. Black Wolf Inc. says, good brothers. $75 super chat, he says, good brothers. Hey, Shazam, bitches, Shazam. Thank you, Black Wolf Inc., for that super chat. The rest of you that are in the building, I just recently checked on the likes. At the time, it was 33 likes. Now it's 93 people watching, 93 people watching, and 38 likes. So y'all go ahead and hit that like button, especially those of you who just came in, who didn't hit it when you came in. I see it just bounced up to 40. Come on, we gonna stay over 50% on the likes today. Let's get those let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Now, one thing that I do want to say, because part of what's implied here is that people in relationships shouldn't talk about the problems of relationships. Now, I disagree with that. People who are in relationships can talk about the problems in the relationships. A lot of the times, my problem is the tone of the conversation. Like, for example, if there's a guy who's not in a relationship but wants to be in a relationship, I think most guys are going to give him good advice to get what he wants. If a guy's just overall not, if he's not happy with his casual sex life, if he's not happy with his with he failing to get a relationship, to get a girl, to get this, to get that, I think most guys are going to give him whatever advice he needs to make him happy. You know, I don't know if I hear that necessarily on the woman end of it. I don't know if I'm exactly hearing that. And what you're highlighting, sort of speaks to that, but it's almost as if there's a fine line between, people coming together to give commentary on, Black America, the Black America dating scene, the dating and mating in Black America. It's one thing to come together and give commentary on that, and it doesn't all necessarily have to be, the people who are in the relationships, talking about how wonderful their relationship is, because there's a lot of failures out there, and there's a lot of problems out there that come from that. So it does need to be dealt with if we're going to have an honest discussion about it. But I think more so the tone of it is, I think, what you might be getting at. The person who's the most bitter, the most ornery, the most upset about it. Because I don't mind a fair critique. You could be in a relationship or out of a relationship and have a really good critique of things. But I think just the overall tone of it can become a problem. And we kind of highlighted that problem impromptu at the end of the last show, where Sister George, more or less, no, not Sister George, Miss J was responding to some advice that you were giving when he was talking about, how much everything cost in New York. And it was the one woman who was complaining about that and being single in New York, how it costs, I always say it costs $2,000 for a one bedroom hole in the wall. You know, we were talking about that. We were highlighting that. We were getting into that. And well, I wasn't on the panel. That's what the panel was talking about. I was listening in,
Right.
and they were talking about that. And then you said, "Hey, one way to get around that problem, you know, is to get with you a good black man, black man who's hardworking, who's committed to you. You know, I think you may have pointed out he don't got to be the perfect looking guy, but if he's a guy with
The boring guy.
he's a guy, yeah, guy with a
Guy
solid job."
Get the guy that you overlook at the boring guy. Get him.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you're basically saying, yeah, if he's a guy with a solid job, willing to commit to you, get with that guy, life will be easier. And Miss J's response was, no, 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 no. She could just move. If the rent is too high there, she could just move. Just move. Just move. Just don't live there. And then my response was, it seemed like Sister George and Concrete Rose would be like, no, actually, Obsidian is right. Yeah, get in, because I'm with a good, hard working, committed man, and yeah, life is easier because of that. So Obsidian is right. Get in with a competent man with decent character who's willing to commit to you is a good thing that will help your life and make your life easier. So he's giving good advice. So you should be considering, or bare minimum trying to do that. That's an option that ought to be on the table. But when Miss J just threw down that trump card, no, 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 no. She just need to move if the rent too high. That's it. That's it. Don't worry, no good man. Just move. Just move. And they silence. They said nothing.
And notice, like exactly what you just said. This is a very interesting dynamic that's happening here. Because see, not only what you said was right, That is what happened. And I was waiting for Danielle and Concrete Rose to really be vociferous about this. And they didn't. That's not a unique situation. That's not a one-off or aberrant situation. That's how it goes in Black America. Black women who clearly are unhappy, who are clearly unpleasant, get to run the table. And that's not something that happens in other cultures. I'm not saying that they don't those type of women don't exist, but they don't get to run the table. They don't. They get slowly isolated. I mean, that's just how it goes. But in Black America, they're central. And I'm just examining why that is. And so there's a very interesting dynamic that's happening in the Black Manosphere now. So for the past few weeks, there's been a lot of churn, a lot of Sturm und Drang, if you will, about the Black Manosphere changing. Let's just get right to it. St. Kevin, he has changed things, I think, in a good way. Black men want relationships. A lot of Black men aren't very good at it, but they do want it. So if the Black Manosphere is changing, and it is, and if the Breakdown show is a spinoff of sorts of the Black Manosphere, and it is, and if the point of the Breakdown show, regardless of what's stated on the wall, but in practice, essentially a response to the Black Manosphere, and it is, then the fact that its main hosts are, both of them now, are now significantly mated, changes things. How is it possible for these two ladies to continue a de facto Black men ain't shit discussion in light of the fact that both of these Black women have found good Black men? How do you make that work? Now, to be sure, Oprah Winfrey has perfected this, but let's be honest. Her union with Stedman is like the punchline of a bad joke. You know, everybody kind of chuckles and snickers after they say it. For all intents and purposes, she's a single Black woman. Now, let's just be honest here. And part of the reason why she's been able to go so long with this thing is because a lot of miserable Black women who are single can resonate. You know, when I was having my back and forth with Miss J, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of my back and forth with Cynthia G. I mean, the language was the same. First, there was all this talk about collectives. And I told Cynthia G 2 years ago on O'Shea Duke Jackson's Sunday Rumble, I said, you're not dealing with a collective of Black men. You're dealing with one Black man.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, and remember, I criticized you in the email because you told me to listen to Sister George. Listen to the Breakdown Woman's Perspective from the 54-minute mark, and I was like, my ears are bleeding, I can't do it. So I skipped to the part where you made it in. But what was happening in that part, you weren't on there, Ms. J weren't on there, but they were having that collective argument, and Mary Brown was on there making those same type of collective arguments that me, you, and Angry Man pretty much refuted him on already when he came on this show. He already got defeated on that, but he was on there making that same
and I'm glad you
argument.
I'm glad you mentioned our Mary, because I jumped on a panel. He did a kind of after party show, or after Danielle's and them, and picked up where they left off. And I'm listening to these guys going on and on about, Harper's Ferry, John Brown, Turner, Frederick Douglass, how to make a bill, MK Ultra program. I said, you know what, Amiri, what was the lessons you've learned in your 21 years of marriage? Share that with the brothers. And he did. And then the brothers went immediately back to Mary Kyle Bethune, Jim Crow, the legacy of slavery. Dude, I need to hear you talk about your individual experiences.
But hold on. But the success of his marriage and having a woman respecting him and being compliant has nothing to do with any other stuff that he was saying that other black men need to do. How they need to build infrastructure and control this and build Wakanda in a spaceship that time travels.
Exactly.
So
and that's the point. I'm glad you mentioned Amiri, because this isn't just a black female thing. This is a black thing. And the reason why we love talking about Wakanda and we got the build and interracial dating, these are all diversions. Here's the truth. The truth is that a lot of black men and women suck at relationships. And instead of just humbling themselves and say, you know what, I'm not really good at it. Can you help me learn how to be good at relationships? Because this is an inherently personal thing. You cannot collectivize it. Relationships, by definition, are personal, are individual, one-to-one. And the losers need to humble themselves and say to the winners, can you help me be better at relationships? Both black men and black women. They need to humble themselves and say, can you help me be better at relationships?
Leo Anthony, thank you for the super chat. He says, Miss J really believes the rhetoric the Manosphere talks about black women is proof black men don't deserve submission. Yeah, whenever anybody is finding a reason why black women, plural, should not respect, be compliant, submit, or be feminine to black men, plural, they're already walking down a bullshit argument.
But see, here's the problem with Leo Anthony, and I'm going to put this out there right now for all the brothers listening. If you think this is just going to be a thing where we're just going to go at black women, you thought wrong. A lot of black men have problems with relationships too. They don't know how to do it. They need to humble themselves and ask the guys who can do it, help me be better with relationships. Not with fucking them hoes to sleep, not with getting casual sex, with relationships. Help me be better with relationships. You've done it. Help me do it. Humble yourself and ask for help. Be vulnerable. Humble yourself and say, you know what? I don't know how to do this. Can you help me do this? Okay, fellas. The doors of the church are now open.
Oh, yeah, I was on mute. I was trying to respond to what you said right there. It's interesting that you say that, but for this reason right here, because I think there's two type of guys that aren't really good with relationships. One of them is the guy who's happily single, living his best life, has a casual sex life, and he ain't really looking for it, And if he's not looking for it, that's cool. That's cool. That's fine. No problem. No problem there if the guy is happy. The guy, if I see a happy man, I'm happy for him.
But that's not what we're talking about here.
I know, I understand. I know. I was just getting that guy out the way and saying, I'm taking that guy off the table to make sure that we're not confusing anything. Okay, so taking that guy off the table. The other guy who wants a relationship but is having a hard time getting it, I think that's the guy who quite often finds himself in consultations with dating coaches. Because I remember I've heard Alpha Male Strategies, Alan Roger Curry. I've heard a lot of them say, well, I'll just talk about what I heard AMS say. This is back when he was on his fuck these bitches asleep rhetoric. He would say that, hey, he's trying to coach guys to give them the strategies. Because I don't know if he pronounces strategies correctly yet, but he used to say alpha male strategies with a K. But he used to give guys the strategies. I don't know why I'm cracking jokes on AMS, but he got enough money he could take a joke. But he used to say when he used to teach guys the strategies to try to get them to the point where they can get a lot of pussy from a lot of women. But he was like, man, they ain't even trying to fuck these bitches asleep. They just want one woman, and so that was interesting to me because that told me that a lot of guys who do actually want, as you said, relationships, I think they are to some degree seeking out help. Whether or not they're getting the right help, the help that they need, all of that, whether or not it's working, all of that can be, debated or figured out. But I think those guys are seeking out help. I think a lot of what goes on is, a lot of the dating coaches have admitted that they are, giving advice that's better, short term advice. If you're trying to get your hookup game, you're trying to get your rotation up, you're just trying to get a more quantity of women. You're just trying to get good at hollering at a lot of women. But a lot of them have reported that a lot of their customers come in just wanting to just be, one guy for one woman. And so that's interesting. And so I'm not 100% sure if they aren't if they aren't looking for the help. And those guys who are in that situation, who are really struggling, they're not, that guy with a vibrant casual sex life. They don't got a rotation. They just would like, a girlfriend. That's typically not the guy who leads the conversation. That we saw what happened with Vision, and that situation there. That's not the guy who's in charge running the show. That guy isn't pounding his fist on the table like Miss J, So I don't know.
So, okay. So we got on both sides. Let me say this again. We got the losers on both sides, the tail that's wagging the dog. And the people that are successful with relationships basically get pushed aside.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides. I'm saying it's time for both sides, the black women and the black men who are successful, to sack the fuck up and shout these losers down. It's time that we did that. It's time that we changed the conversation. If the sum total of your conversation is about how black men ain't shit, about these strags, you're part of the problem at this juncture. Because the conversation has changed. There's too much. True, black marriage and all the rest of it was on the ropes, no doubt about it. Nevertheless, we still know black people who managed to do it. Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe they know something we don't know. And maybe we need to find out what that is.
All right. Asian Sama, he says, in black American culture, if you want a committed relationship as the man, if you're not older, you're a beta male in both genders' perspectives.
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, me either.
In any event, yeah, that's where this has to go. So
thank you for your super chat, by the way. I appreciate you. We're not 100% clear on what you're talking about. If you could drop another comment, I'll look at that and try to get a better understanding of what you mean. But thank you for your support. Appreciate you. Go ahead, carry on, Obsidian. Well, one thing I do want to circle back to, oh man, you said the person who's talking about, man, forget these strags or whatever, that person needs to be shouted down. Now, explain what you mean by that, because problematic women get talked about quite a bit in the black manosphere. So what exactly are you saying? Are you saying?
I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked because and you mentioned dating coaches, you mentioned in particular alpha male strategies, but I'm going to go beyond him. I'm going to beyond him. So this ain't about him. I'm using him as an entry point, but I'm not talking about him. I've noticed a lot of interesting commentary coming from black dating coaches of varying stripe. And I've noticed that a lot of their content revolves around, for lack of a better way of putting it, strags, deceptive women that lie on you, cheat on you, and all this. If you notice, and I'm new to the game, but if you notice, outside of dinner whoring, I really don't talk about a lot about that, about deceptiveness, lying, manipulating, cheating, not being on. I don't really talk about that with women. You ever notice that in all the writing I've done over the past year? Dinner whores aside, notwithstanding, I did do that. But even that was more rooted in science and statistics and data. My point being is you have to ask yourself at some point, if the sum total of your experience as a black man is dealing with black women who are deceptive, manipulative, liars, cheaters. What does that ultimately say about you?
Yeah, your sum total shouldn't be of dealing with women like that. But as you have pointed out, in Black America, there is a high degree of deception. So culturally, that is a problem. But the individual, regardless, I always say, regardless of how bumpy that terrain is, that individual who's driven, who has perseverance, can overcome whatever it is. That's my view on racism and a shitty dating market. So yeah,
But here's the problem, though.
okay,
As you rightly pointed out, cultural stuff notwithstanding, we still have black men who did it.
right.
They clearly know something these other guys don't know. Why aren't they going to those guys? See, I think the reason why is because for a lot of black men for whom this applies, they know deep down they don't have what it takes for a good relationship. And instead of just admitting that and trying to work on that, it's easier to talk about these women that are liars, manipulators, and all the rest of it. It's easier to do. You know, relationships is very tough because it's a very humbling thing. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about you. And of course, the most important relationship of all is getting married. And you learn a lot about yourself. So on both sides, we have black men and black women kind of sabotaging the conversation. You know, for the longest time, black women have been, the center of the black relationship universe. Now that's changing now with the advent of black male dating coaches. But as you rightly pointed out, let's be honest, the overwhelming majority of them are not focused on long-term relationships. They kind of toss that in. But when prompted to do so, but let's be honest, the majority of these guys, and that's the reason why I don't have a problem with alpha male strategies in this sense. At least right in through the door, you know what he's about. But even like you said, even there, he said it himself. A lot of the guys that come to him want a relationship. They don't want to just fuck these hoes to sleep. He said it. So my question is, why aren't those guys coming to the forefront? I'm probably like the only person in the dating coach sphere and the black male side that actually is talking about long-term relationships. I'm probably the only dating coach on the black male side that is, that doesn't, spend the majority of his time talking about these lying bitches, these deceptive whores, these, they always lying, cheating, and all manipulative, lying, all the rest of it.
ARC, thank you for that super chat. I reread what Azen Sama said, and I think I got a understanding of it. I think he was just saying that if you're in a relationship, you are viewed as less of a man or the beta in that situation unless you're older than the woman, then you're viewed as in control. I think that may be what's going on, but I think.
But what does that have to do with? Oh, hold it. Let's assume that's true for a moment. Let's assume that's true. What does that have to do with his individual behavior? You see what I'm saying here?
With Aizen's individual behavior?
Exactly. What does that have to do with his individual behavior? I keep noticing in these conversations, and like I said, this is a black thing. We always keep defaulting to somebody else. What are you doing or not doing? What are you doing wrong? Like I said last night, I asked Amiri Brown, tell me about your 21-year marriage and what you learned from that. What lessons did you learn? What things did you do right? What things you did wrong? He went and they broke it down in detail. You know what those brothers did right after that? They went right back to talking about Harper's Ferry, Mary McLeod Bethune, Sojourner Truth, Jim Crow, history.
They went all the way back to slavery. I didn't even got to listen. I already know where they went to slavery.
I'm like, dude, why can't you talk about your own personal experience? I'll tell you why. Because a lot of black people aren't good at it.
Salute and shout out to the angry man. He says, while you're describing yourself, Obsidian, the first 3 years of your YouTube content was about being a confirmed bachelor, because of female behavior.
Well, I want to
thank you.
thank you, angry man, for tuning in. Your bright-eyed and bushy tail, I see. And but I'm sorry to inform you that you're wrong. Everybody that knows Obsidian knows why I'm a confirmed bachelor. I'm being vulnerable and honest. The reason why I'm a confirmed bachelor had nothing to do with female nature, the state, the marriage and family court system, gynocracy. You know what? Don't know the reason why? Because the black women I wanted didn't want me, and the black women who wanted me, I didn't want. The end. How many times have I said this over the years? How many times? See, this proves that even the people that you thought were close to you, that knew you, really don't. How many times have I said this? I have been more honest and upfront and candid about why I'm a confirmed bachelor than anyone else. I don't need the gynocracy to explain it. I don't need the laws and family court to explain it. The women I wanted didn't want me, and the women that wanted me, I didn't want, so I took a knee. The end.
Let me say
something else. Let me say something else. How many times have I gone on record and saying, I know for a fact that there are good sisters out there. I just don't want to see them get naked. How many times have I said that? Well,
either way, angry man, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate your support and your comments.
And by the way, angry man, I thought you didn't have no more use for these guys over here.
Come on now, let's.
No. He opened the door. I thought you had no more use for this over here. I thought you was done with it. You were offered to come here like I'm doing right now and have your piece. You declined money because you're a holy warrior, right? Why don't you go and fight your holy war then? I'm not stopping you. I'm not getting in the way of that. Do that. God bless you, but you keep coming back. Why?
All right, let me say this.
Keep coming back, angry man? Why? If I'm all the things you say, why do you keep coming back? It's like the black women who can't stop talking about how black men ain't shit, but they keep going back to them, though. Why? Why?
All right. Angry Man is on record saying, I did hear him say one time that this was after everything. He did say, he did acknowledge that he probably was going to start coming back over here. He did acknowledge that because he did. No, because hold on. No, I can tell you why. You're asking why, I can tell you why. You're asking why, I could tell you why. He said it was essentially because of me. That's the short of it.
Hold it. So angry man can change his mind, but Obsidian can't. Is that right? You get to be able to change your mind when you need to, but Obsidian has to remain set in stone forever. Is that how we gonna play it? I retain the right to change. I retain the right to say, you know what? I'm going to go in a different direction because I can. And if you don't like it, nobody's holding you hostage.
Okay, that part is fair. That part is fair right there. You can change. Before you were saying you haven't changed, but if you once you admit that you've changed and this is the direction that you're going now, I don't think nobody can argue with that.
But wait a minute. I thought with the code of the street, what's known doesn't need to be explained. Isn't that how they say it? What's understood doesn't need to be explained. You see the change in me, so now I got to explain it too. Do you see the inconsistency here? I just find the irony delicious. So let's get back to what I was saying. The losers get to determine what everybody else does. That's all I'm saying. Pick me, simp. The losers get to determine how everything goes in Black America. That's the truth. And this is the reason why on the Black female side, Black women who have found a good Black man can't tell their single sisters when they start wilding out to go sit down somewhere on their own show. We all seen this in our own lives. And on the Black male side, if you actually want a relationship, you're called a simp.
Malcolm in the Middle says his statement is true. Oh man, we didn't forget. Angry Man says thank you for the super chat, Malcolm in the Middle, and thank you for another super chat, Angry Man. He says,
and by the way, for everybody out there, is this. For everybody out there is this. If Angry Man is really serious about having to say, he'll do the same thing I did. Email Bernie, make a show pitch, lay it out, and let Bernie decide if he wants to have him on. You won't see me in the chat room clamoring to get on and taking shots. He'll have his say. And that goes for anybody else. We don't do drop the link here. We do business here. If he wants to do that, that's the procedure. Have fun.
oh shit. All right, I had to stretch. All right. Anchorman says, I never went anywhere. You left YouTube. The question is, why do you keep coming back? Hypocrite Black Wolf.
Because I'm going to answer the question because I get paid. That's why. I get paid to come back to YouTube. That's why.
He says, oh man, please. Black Wolf Inc. says, oh man, please don't, bro. He let it go by coming back. Thank you.
But I didn't.
Angry Man for coming back.
Hold it. I didn't start nothing. I didn't start anything. I started by having a conversation on the topic, but I get it. I trigger a lot of people. Good. Winston Churchill says you have enemies. Good. That means that you stood up for something in your life. Good. Good. Now let's deal with this relationship piece. How do we get better at it? Black men and black women, let's deal. How do we get better at it? We need to get better relating and getting along with each other. How do we do that? Let's talk about it. Or do y'all want to keep talking about me? I mean, I'm down.
Now, let's get on the topic. Stay on the topic. You sent me an email with a topic. Let's go ahead and hammer home your topic.
My question is very simple.
But in the meantime, stay on the topic. Just get on the topic. Never mind.
My question is very simple. We're not very good at relationships. We need to get better at it. Let's talk about it. How do you get better at relationships? Black women, black men. How do you get better at relationships? How do you get better? I can tell you how you don't get better at it. You don't get better if you're someone like Miss J denying the existence of black men like Complex Design. That's a man that had a wife. That man had a black wife. You're saying he don't exist. And I knew what Miss J meant when she said it. What she meant was those black men don't exist for me. But she can't be that honest to say that. I knew what she meant when she was saying it. I know exactly what she meant. But see, if you say it like that, then you have to examine yourself. You have to examine yourself. What is it about you that you can't even see black men like Complex Design existing? Whether you like them, dislike them, attracted them, not attracted to them, for you to say they just don't exist, period, there's something about you. There's something about you. What is it? What is that something? See, we never can get to that question because we always got to talk about everything else and everybody else. And since you talked about dating coaches, Bernard, here's the other interesting thing I've noticed about the dating coach industry. Here's the thing that's interesting. I've noticed that for black women, those are never conversations that ever come up. I've read a lot of books written for black women, a lot. They read completely differently from the ones written for white women. They don't even read the same. And it does make you wonder what for whom this applies. What do those black women even want? See, I don't think that they really want relationships either. I think they just want to be told what they want to hear. That is not their fault. That's what they want. They want certain black men to tell them what they want to hear. That it's not their fault. That their fucked up attitudes ain't their fault. That their antisocial behavior ain't their fault. That their social awkwardness ain't their fault. That their refusal to lose weight ain't their fault. That's what they want. By the way, should I do the honors with the super chat that just came in, or do you want to take it, Bernard?
Oh, I was reaching for the link. He dropped 100. Here's the.
Oh no! Hold it. Easy now. Easy now.
Mm-hmm.
I just got finished saying how we do business, and I just got finished saying how if anybody else wants to do what I'm doing, all they have to do is contact you, make a pitch. You decide if you like the pitch. Y'all go on, and y'all divide the spoils.
Well, Angry Man don't necessarily have to do that. He can go live on his own channel, but right here on this show right now, he dropped $100.
Why? Well, why?
Right here on this channel, right now on this show right here, he dropped $100.
I'm not going to
have his say.
I'm not going to do a shit show. If he wants to do this, he needs to contact you, make a pitch, do business. This ain't no drop the link and I'm gonna come on and holler and scream. No, if you want to do business, contact Bernie by emailing him, making a pitch, doing a show, and then you have your say. You can talk about me all you want, but you're not going to do it at the same time I'm here. You're not going to do it. So you just wasted your money. I'll take it though.
Here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. And I told Angry Man this. I told a lot of people this. The Friday shows, we do things a certain way. Now, we are kind of doing this show like the Friday show, but I always said Monday through Tuesday, anybody can come up. He's essentially exercising the Monday through Tuesday rule, and he dropped $100. I'm going to drop the link. If you want to drop down, you can drop down.
Listen, I didn't do this.
I understand.
Hold it. I didn't do this to get involved with Angry Man.
I understand.
Angry Man chose to come here and do the same stuff that he usually does, is make a shit show. I'm a businessman. You're a businessman.
And $100 is a lot of business.
No,
$100 is a lot of business.
$100 ain't shit. Give him his money back. I'll give you $100. This is how you're going to do business here, Angry Man. You get in contact with Bernie. You pitch a show to Bernie. If he likes your show idea and topic, then you come on as a featured guest and you do a professional show. If you don't like that, go back to your show. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. But I pitched this idea to Bernie. This ain't about you. This is about the topic. If you want to do this, this is how you're going to do it. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, great, don't. Nobody invited you here. Nobody came to see you, Otis. I pitched this idea to Bernie. He liked it, and we're on the show now. You came here trying to derail it. You did it last time. You're not going to do it this time. I don't give a fuck how much money you spend. You ain't going to derail this here. You want to be on Bernie's show, you will contact him. You will make a pitch. And then he gets to decide if he wants to bring you on as a featured guest. That's how it works here. We're businessmen here. You can do whatever you want to do over there. Here we do business. We're not doing that nigga shit. Drop the link. That's that nigga shit. We don't do that here. We're businessmen. I have a topic that people want to talk about. You want to have a topic that people want to talk about? Then you go and do that. You came here. Nobody brought you up here. You brought yourself up. Nobody was talking about you. You interjected yourself, as you always do.
But everybody's saying bring Angry Man on. I did put the link in there. I did that. So there's that.
I'm not here for the back.
Understand.
No. I'm here to discuss the topic. I'm not here to go back and forth with Angry Man. I'm not here to do nigga shit. I'm here to talk about an actual topic.
I understand.
So if that's going to happen, I'm done. You need to understand something, Bernard. You need to figure out.
Hold on. Wait. No, Obsidian. We're gonna that talk. We're gonna have that talk behind the scenes.
Why not? We're doing it right now anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna have that talk behind the scenes.
Why not? You're doing it right now anyway.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're gonna have it. We're gonna have that one behind the scenes.
This shouldn't even be a discussion, Bernard.
I understand that.
Okay, but it is a discussion.
If Angry Man dropped $100. Angry Man, stop it. Angry Man drop $100. I'm going to drop the link.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
What's going on?
Welcome to the show, Angry Man.
First of all, let me clarify a couple of things for Obsidian, for Mumia Obsidian Ali. You don't make no rules for nobody in this sector, fat boy. I am the goddamn Manosphere. When the fuck have you dropped $100 on anybody in this fucking sector? I've done it numerous times. You gonna sit here and tell me that me dropping $100 does not give me the right to come up here and say my piece? Nigga, you done lost your rabbit ass motherfucking mind. And I know damn well you ain't talking about nigga shit. All you do is nigga shit. That's all you do. Your entire show last year was a nigga shit show. 24 and more. I don't do nigga shows. I do regular shows. I have people come on my show. It is a civil conversation. If I even do that, most of the time it's just me. So I know what you're doing. See, you don't want me to come up here because you don't want me to point out what you on. You up here talking about long-term relationships, really? and say, oh, well, the black men in this sector, they don't really care about long-term relationships. Since when? I've been talking about long-term relationships. I've been in a long-term relationship the entire time that I've been up here. But you don't want to have that conversation. See, you really don't want to have a conversation about long-term relationships, because then we can get into the conversation as to why you had so much of a problem with long-term relationships. And this ain't got nothing to do with none of what you talking about today about change. I don't have a problem with nobody changing. But you're not going to sit up here and talk to everybody like that's what you've been on since day one. I've had numerous debates with you about this. Numerous debates where you went back and forth with me about relationships. And about how women this, women that, da-da-da, all of that old bullshit. Now all of a sudden you're a spokesman for black women? The same dude that said you wanted them to lay in a pool of their own blood? Nigga, get the fuck out of here with that goofy ass shit. Stop trying to lie to people and have revisionist history. And you think I didn't notice you got the title of my motherfucking channel in one of your videos over there, chump. But then when I come over here, you don't want to have a conversation. Talking about real red pill table talk on your channel. But when I come over here, you don't want to have a conversation with me because you don't want me calling you out. See, let me tell you something, Obsidian. You don't fucking outrank me in this sector, bro. You don't. You don't. And running around here being cowardly, that's weak. The Manosphere ain't never been about that. Especially with you telling everybody else they're cowardly because they won't have a discussion with you. You said Derek Jackson was cowardly because he wouldn't talk to you. You said Crystalline Carrison was cowardly because she wouldn't talk to you. I can't name how many people you've called cowards because they wouldn't have a conversation with you. And you know damn well, I can have a civil conversation with you, Obsidian. You just don't want me to ask the questions I'm going to ask. That's all that is. And as far as me coming back, bruh, I never went nowhere. I've been on YouTube fighting for brothers since day one. You the one that left YouTube. You the one that went to Mixopitlick's land or whatever the hell it is. You the one that went over there. You came back. I haven't went nowhere. I've been here. I've been here speaking for black men and black relationships and all of that. And I'm one of the main dudes that's always talking about long-term relationships. Anybody that watches my content knows that. But you want to come here and pretend like, oh, Angry Man, you said you was going to leave and this, that, and the third. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to come over here if I was going to be disrespected. I said if I was wrong, then tell me I'm wrong. If I was right, tell me I'm right. Bernard was like, yo, he went live and said it. And I said, oh, you know what? I appreciate that. And I don't have no problem coming over here dropping money on Bernard because Bernard donate to me. I ain't just donate just to talk junk to you. I could have just talked junk by typing it in the chat room. I donated because I'm donating to Bernie, not you, Negro. Let's be real. My bad, Bernie. I can't stand listening to somebody be full of shit, man. Like, if you're going to change, say, okay, you know what? In the past, I viewed things this way, but now I see the light because of this reason or that reason. But don't try to sit there and talk to people like they don't know what it is. Like, don't nobody remember? Like, come on, man. This shit is disgusting.
Yeah. And we got
what's going on, Alan?
We got ARC in here, so ARC got to get him a piece too, I guess. Go ahead, Alan. You got it. Oh, you think you on mute, ARC? Yeah, you on mute. Unmute yourself.
Oh, my bad. Good morning to you, Bernard, and good morning to my brother, Angry Man.
What's going on, bro?
Number one, Angry Man just expressed a lot of my sentiments, so I try not to be repetitive with mine. Well, first off, Bernard, you just earned some points with me on what went down. Because I'm just going to be honest, man. You know, he always tries to deny it, but man, most of the people in the chat room know that Obsidian tries to come over here and dictate how your channel goes down. And I don't like this shit. Now, I'm willing to give him the Friday thing. I know y'all say, you know, Friday is his day.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and let him to a large degree call shots on Friday, but for him to try to dominate Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday too, fuck that. This is your channel, and you need to establish with everybody, including him, that you run shit on this channel. But I just pick up on that final point that Angry Man made about it. He said, I can't just sit back and tolerate. Dude, Obsidian is being ridiculously full of shit this morning. And it ain't like this the first time, but I mean, this morning, he is like almost taking his full of shitness to another level. Man, this brother, man, was Mr. Black Female Fuckery. Okay, that was his mantra. That's his platform, was talking about black female fuckery. And part of that platform was him sending out the message that black women aren't worth pursuing for dating. They aren't worth pursuing for marriage. They aren't worth pursuing for long-term relationships. That was his message for like 3+ years.
Yeah. And
now I'm going to sit here and listen to him try to market himself as the Black Manosphere's top relationship expert. Get the fuck out of here. That's some bullshit.
I'm not trying to hear it either, Alan.
I mean, I can take at least minor doses of bullshit, but goddamn, man, there's only so much bullshit I can take, man, in one city. This motherfucker sitting here and call himself admonishing black men.
Yeah.
For being negative about relationships when I was one, and I'm sure Angry Man's been one, and a lot of other guys, because I'll admit, I've never been one to exclusively promote marriage and long-term relationships, but I've never been anti-marriage. Obviously, I'm married now. I've never been anti. My thing has always been about how you communicate whatever your interest is. If your interest is casual sex, are you being upfront and straightforward about that? If your interest is a long-term relationship, are you being upfront and straightforward about that? So I'm all about how you verbally communicate whatever your interests are, long-term, short-term, monogamous, non-monogamous. But I remember there were times when I would touch on relationships where Obsidian would come with a podcast, a live stream talking about, well, I can't believe Alan Roger Curry even thinks these black bitches are worth dating.
Yeah.
They're full of fuckery. They're full of fuckery. They're not worth dating. Matter of fact, I remember one specific. I was at, it was after I did my second appearance at the 21 convention. Obsidian did a live stream, and this is what he said, slightly paraphrased. He said, I applaud Alan Roger Curry for speaking at the 21 convention, but I'm going to keep it real with you fellas. The only reason why Anthony Johnson, that's the organizer of the 21 convention, he said the only reason the 21 convention exists is because white men still believe in having relationships with white women and getting married to them. Us black men, we don't feel that way.
Yeah.
Us black men, we know that black men aren't worth dating and marrying. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And now this nigga this morning is saying all you guys need to be about relationships, and if you're not, basically fuck you, nigga, please.
See, that's the part that got me. Like, I just happened to be listening this morning, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, I've always tried to have a more balanced opinion. Now I'm gonna go in on sisters when they do shit wrong, but I'm gonna go in on brothers too. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, Obsidian has done a good job of leading black men down a certain path, right? Mm-hmm. That's the path of fuck all of these bitches because they ain't shit. Yep. All of them, yep. Right? And I've had to deal with a lot of Obsidian's disciples that have come to my channel. Oh, Angry Man, we don't want to hear that shit, all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. Now he done led them down that path. He gonna come back and tell them they ain't shit for going down the path he led them down?
There you go.
Like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy.
And I heard you, Anger Man. It seems like you remember. Well, obviously you do, because I think we talked about it once. But there were, for those in the chat room, one of his most notable podcasts he did. It wasn't a live stream. It was just a pre-recorded podcast he did. Was this one called Sexual Subordination. I'll never forget it. He did it, I want to say it was in September 2017. This was one of the few podcasts he did that 2 or 3 weeks after he uploaded it, he took it down. And I think half the reason why was because I highlighted a lot of what he said in there. I think I want to say Angry Man did too. But anyway, this was his most, of all the podcasts he did where he really lit into black women, it was this one, cause this is when he first referred to himself as the Grim Reaper. He said, I am the Grim Reaper in this bitch. He said he wanted to see black women in a pool of their own blood, in their own excrement. That's what this nigga said. He said, I want to see the black community. He said, I have no problem seeing the black community burn down, which is fucked up. He said, I have no problem seeing the black community burn the fuck down. And he said, I will take enjoyment seeing black women die in a pool of their own blood and their own excrement.
And look, I done talked a lot of shit over the years, but I ain't never wished death on them.
Exactly. Exactly. Here's the reason why I know you heard it, because one time me and you was on his live stream and he tried to kind of walk back his Grim Reaper comment.
Yeah. And
he said something like, well, the Grim Reaper doesn't cause death. He's just there. And you just, I can't remember what you said. I don't want to misquote, but you intellectually just broke him down, because you almost gave like a college lesson on the history of the Grim Reaper that had everybody on the panel like, damn, I ain't know all that shit. But yeah, that just showed you how he was full of shit, man. But yeah, that podcast, he took it down and left it down for over like 6 months. Then he kind of did some editing to it and put it back up, because everybody was like, well, what's this podcast that I hear Alan Rich Curry and others talking about? But anyway, without getting long-winded, yeah, man, this morning, man, Obsidian, and see, this relates, he mentioned about proposing shows to you. As you know, Bernard, I did propose a show to you that some came up in my schedule and I had to back out of it on that particular day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was going to be about asking the question, in what instances has Obsidian truly evolved versus just been full of shit and flip-flopped? Right. And as me and Angren pointed out on your channel before, man, and I pointed out on my own channel, man, there is a difference. And again, the biggest difference, man, when you evolve, you acknowledge that, hey, I used to do this, I used to say this, and you even take it a step further, and if you know you was in the wrong in your past, you say, hey, I was in the wrong when I talked about this and encouraged this and emphasized this, but now I've realized the error of my ways and I'm moving in a new direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's evolving. But when you try to act like there's shit you said in your past that you never said, like you try to insult the intelligence of people in the chat room by acting like you never said certain shit, never did certain shit, that ain't evolving, man. Matter of fact, he contradicted himself just this morning. First, he said, what did he say about change? He said something to the effect, I want to say, he said, I haven't changed. I've been this way for a while. And then like 15, 20 minutes later, he said, well, I've changed and I have a right to. Well, which is it?
Exactly.
What you first you said you didn't change, now you said I did change, but so what?
Yeah, exactly. And see, that's the thing. Like, look, Obsidian, I know you still watching. You're not gonna come up the same way that you come over here, I suspect, on a daily basis whenever Bernard goes live, and you're over here as a, I guess, de facto co-host or, you know, whatever. I used to do the same shit on your blog talk radio shows. I'd be over there damn near every time you went live. So I remember every last bit of your rhetoric. All of it. Like I'm the one person that you cannot sit up here and say, well, Angry Man probably missed it when I said so-and-so. No, bro. No, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, matter of fact, a little side note for people in the chat room, that's how I first connected with Angry Man.
Yeah.
We weren't here on YouTube. It was Obsidian used to have a blog talk radio show. Matter of fact, there's two people on YouTube that I first connected with you on Obsidian's blog talk radio show and BGS Ibmore.
That's how I met BGS too, on Blog Talk Radio. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah. Matter of fact, I used to look at y'all as like kind of freaking frack because you was always on his show.
Always. Every time. Always. And for everybody to know, look, Obsidian didn't start out as extreme as he is now. Now, he's always been incorrigible, you know, with wanting to debate certain people and stuff like that. But he reached the peak with that Grim Reaper shit. Like
Exactly.
He just kept going, and it's like, look, dude, why can't you just say to the Manosphere, look, man, I know I've said some pretty extreme things, but you know, I see things differently now. But see, that's because it's not a genuine change. It's not something that happened because it was some internal shit. He's doing it because he sees that you can make more money with women.
Bingo.
Now it's like, let me tote the flag for women. Let me say, you know, these guys don't want relationships, and like you're selling out your fan base. You know, if you want to walk them down the path of, okay, I was wrong about this, then ease them into that, but don't turn around and condemn them for the very things that they followed you for. That's not cool. Like, how you gonna tell them they ain't shit because they don't want long-term relationships when you've been promoting for them to be confirmed bachelors for the past 3 years?
Bingo.
And see, that's a debate I had with him. I told him, I said, bro, you gonna make these dudes look. These dudes are following you because, you know, you get up here, you say something on an intellectual level, they listen to you, they hear you, they feel like you know what you're talking about, right? But some of these dudes ain't 50 like you. They're 18, they're 20 years old. They're gonna live their life the way you're dictating for them, and then they're gonna get to your age and be pissed off at you because they walked down a path you led them down and didn't know what it was gonna be. And by the time they got there, they realized, oh shit, you know what? I did want a long-term relationship. And what's worse now is you're doing exactly what I figured you was gonna do, which is you're changing up on them after. There's probably dudes out here that have probably dumped their girlfriends because of your rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
And now you telling them that they need to be in a long-term relationship. You ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, man. And see, and again, I know there's probably at least a handful of people in the chat room thinking me and Angry Man just basically, we got personal beef with him, so we just hating on him. No. Listen to everything I'm saying. Listen to everything Angry Man's saying, man. You can't just insult people's intelligence by doing a total 180 flip-flop and act like it's no big deal, man. And as far as his relationship, like I heard him on Sister George and Concrete Rose channel along his new phase of talking about he's Mr. Relationship, and he always likes to now brag, well, I'm in a 12-year relationship. I'm in a 12-year relationship, and most guys have never been in a 12-year relationship. I was on a live stream with Obsidian where I asked him some straightforward questions that he tried to deflect and resist. I said, hey, man, so tell me the nature of your relationship. He said, what do you mean? I said, what is it? I said, is it like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship? Is it a fuck buddy relationship? He said, well, I think I'm too old to use the terms boyfriend-girlfriend. I think those are juvenile terms. I would never call her my girlfriend. I call her my lady friend. I said, so what does that mean, though? And first he challenged, he said, well, why is this important? Why is this important? And this was before he marketed himself as a dating coach, because I do definitely think it's relevant if he's dating, but this was before. But I said, well, see, you're telling guys what black women to avoid, such as significantly obese black women who have children out of wedlock. And there was one or two other things. I said, how do we know you're not in a relationship with a woman who has some of those flaws and weaknesses? How do we know? I said, so your relationship is relevant. And we kind of went back and forth. But anyway, I asked him, I said, so is this a woman? Are you in love with this woman? It was a long silence. Then he said, well, you know, something like, yeah, I care for her. I said, no, I ain't want to ask you. I said, are you in love with her though? I said, you've been dating her. At that time, I want to say it was 8 years. I said, you've been dating her for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so what I want to know, is this a woman, is this a profound partner of yours, or is this just a long-term fuck buddy? And he never gave me a straight answer. He basically gave me an answer where it was somewhere in the middle. He basically said something to the effect, well, I wouldn't say she's quite just a casual fuck buddy, but she ain't somebody that I'm looking to marry and have kids with. And my point was at that time, and my point today is then, why are you bragging about this relationship then? It ain't no real serious relationship. Yeah. It ain't on its way to marriage. Y'all ain't cohabitating. To this day, he ain't as far as I know, he ain't cohabitating with her. He ain't gonna put no ring on her finger. So why is he bragging about this 12-year lady friend that's like one step above a fuck buddy? Yeah. That ain't nothing to be bragging about. And it definitely ain't nothing to give you the credibility to think you can lecture people in this channel and anywhere in the Black Manosphere about relationships, bro. You ain't Mr. Relationships. You anything but.
Yeah.
Grim Reaper.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sitting there listening because like I tuned in because I wanted to hear what the topic was, you know, the topic, why the black women sabotage other black women. I really wanted to hear that conversation. But as I come on here, all I hear is Obsidian virtue signaling so damn hard. He about to have a damn aneurysm over there. Like, well, you know, the problem with black men is, you know, they don't want to have long-term relationships. Yeah, partially because of you. What the hell? Like, are you serious? Like, come on. And look, the fact that, look, and Obsidian, I know you're still watching. You need to stop deflecting. You didn't have to go nowhere. You could have sat right here. We could have all had this conversation, but you didn't want to have this conversation.
Nope.
And so don't try to put it off on Bernie. Talk about some, oh, well, you know, the way we do it over here is you have to pitch a show and that. No, bro. Come on, bro. That's not the way the Manosphere works. You know, at any given time when somebody has a stream up, you are subject, especially if it's a panel, you are subject to somebody pulling up on you and asking you some questions. While you running from that, look, I ain't gonna put you out there. I already know what your business plan is. I get it.
I didn't mean to interject, but like you said, Angry Man, you pointed out something huge too. I've heard him, and a bunch of people who follow him for a while heard. He used to always beat his chest and say, I'm not scared to debate anybody one-on-one. Tell me the place. I'll go there. Yeah. You know, a lot of people run from me. I'm not scared to debate anybody. But yet, Angry Man comes a day, even pays for the opportunity to debate him. And what does he do? What does he do?
Hauled ass.
Hashtag hypocrisy. Hashtag coward. This man used to always say on this channel, in his live streams, man, I'm not scared. Like when he be talking about Cynthia, he would say Cynthia G was scared to debate him. Derek Jackson was scared to debate him, name a number of names. And he would say, I'm not scared to debate anybody. I'll go verbal toe-to-toe with anybody, anywhere.
Anywhere, anytime.
But now he gonna call Anger Man decided to debate him nigga shit. And like Anger Man said, this dude is the king of nigga shit. Let's just be real. He's been there for the last 3+ years. He's been the king of nigga shit on YouTube.
Yo,
The king of nigga shit.
He basically has started calling himself a dating coach out of spite. Just spite. Just, you know what? I'm going to call myself a dating coach because I know motherfuckers is going to accept it. Like, what?
See, you bring something up. That's another one of his hypocrisy. This motherfucker used to dog out dating coaches. Used to dog them out. I remember I wrote an article on the Negro Manosphere about black dating coaches, and within a day or two after that article was published, he was on his channel, dog. He was like, man, black men don't need no dating coaching. Like, he even took a jab at me. He said, Ellen Roger Curry, he said, now I respect the fact that he's a verbal communications coach and specialist. He said, I'll give him that. But he said, as far as the title dating coach, he said, this is what he specifically said. He said, if Alan Roger Curry cannot guarantee me or his clients that they're going to be able to hook up with a woman out of their league, basically like an 8, 9, or 10, he said he does not deserve to call himself a dating coach. And matter of fact, if you remember, Anger Man, one of the last times we tag teamed him on Bernie's channel, I brought that up and I asked him directly. I said, did you or did you not say that? And he was like, show me the video. Show me the video proof.
Yeah.
Show me the video proof that I said it. He didn't say, no, I didn't say it. He just said, show me the video proof. And that's when I started snapping out. I was like, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that. And then he challenged you on something you actually did provide. You said, okay, you want me to? Let me go to my computer. You brought the shit up. And you had to be like, well, okay, Anchor Man, okay, touche.
It's like it's not even one contradiction. It's numerous contradictions. Like it's his entire position is 180 now.
Yep.
The entire position, and it's overnight too. It's not something that has been a slow progression, like, because look, just last year, right before they got rid of Google Hangouts, just last year, he was doing some epic rants about women. And then he switched it up when he started going on to Nicole Michelle's channel. He started switching it up then and saying that, brothers should, should basically take women out and wine and dine them and be a man of means and things of that nature. And now all of a sudden it's about long-term relationships. Well, if it's about long-term relationships, Obsidian, why don't you put your long-term relationship on the spot? Don't you do that? I've been talking about my woman for a minute. Why you don't ever talk about your woman? Like, why you don't ever put it on the spot? Like, if you are in long-term relationship, celebrate your love, bro.
Yep, exactly.
Celebrate it to the world so everybody knows. You know what I'm saying?
But see, he knows. I think he knew deep down that would make him look stupid because, again, his mantra was black female fuckery, but yet he's in a relationship with a black woman. And that's why, if you notice, when he tried to latch on to SYSBM, like, let me just call something out here that everybody notices. He's had a history of burning multiple bridges with people.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his brother from London named Babatunde used to be real cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you notice they no longer cool. Because when he start trying to latch on like he likes to latch on to other people's stuff,
mm-hmm.
When he start latching on SYSBM, one of their things, one of their tenets is that don't mess around with American black women.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they was like, Obsidian, why are you trying to call yourself SYSBM, man? You in a relationship with an American black woman, man. You ain't one of us. And he was like, yes, I am. They was like, no, you ain't. And he was like, yes, I am. No, you ain't. I saw an exchange between him and Baba and Bernard's. I can't remember the specific live stream, but they had an exchange going on. Because Baba was like, dude, quit telling people you SYSBM. We do not claim you, man.
Yeah.
Cindy, we don't claim you, man.
Yeah, he was on Mad Bus Driver X had a show where they were up there talking about SYSBM, and he had jumped up there and he was doing what he's doing over here. And I jumped on that panel and busted it up. So I know why he's mad at me. He's mad at me because whenever he's talking some shit that I know he's not really about, and I show up and start asking him questions, he gets upset because he don't really want to hear that shit because he's got an agenda. And it's like, look, man, business is business. But just be honest about the shit. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Just say, look, man, I'm gonna be about this. Look, let me tell you something. The one thing I can say for Kevin Samuels is Kevin is not gonna lie to motherfuckers. When he was over here that day that all of us was having that discussion or whatever, he told motherfuckers straight out. He said, numbers don't lie, and I don't give a damn what you think unless you support what I'm doing. And that's some real shit. That's the honest truth. But it's like Obsidian doesn't want to tell the truth. He wants to pretend that he's been on that tip the whole time. Like,
there you go, bro. There you go. And again, that's the biggest problem I have with him. You have with him, and I'm sure a number of other people is that, man, don't try to act like you. Again, it goes back to that analogy that I first brought up, and then you expounded on when I was talking about we're talking about evolving versus flip-flopping. And I said the dude is first selling all these meat-oriented entrees at the restaurant. And then he transitions. And you went in and made a point. You said, man, it's one thing if you say, hey, I used to sell meat, but now I realize the animal torture that's involved. But don't just create a vegan, vegetarian restaurant and try to act like you never sold meat.
Yeah, he's I was thing about it is, I never said I wasn't a vegan. I was always a vegan. I just happen to eat meat.
No, man, we ain't buying that. So yeah, Bernard. Anyway, I'm sure you've heard an earful, but man, and see, Bernard, I don't know when you first tuned in to. I don't know how long specifically you've been following. So I feel like a lot of stuff we're saying you did already know, but there might be some things you didn't know, man. But for anybody that's been, because I was cool with Obsidian for like a year and a half, from like November of 2015 to about May of 2017. We were cool. And then, of course, we had the big falling out in early June of 2017. But man, I remember almost every significant podcast and live stream this brother has done. And for him to try to act like a lot of his talking points and commentary from the past don't even exist is insulting to my intelligence and anybody else who's been following him that long. It's insulting for him to act like, for him to sit here this morning again and say, well, I haven't changed. I've always been. No, you haven't. Like Angry Man said, man, he led a lot of brothers down a certain path. He was the preeminent person in this space who basically had brothers saying, yeah, man, fuck these sisters, man. Fuck trying to date them. Fuck trying to marry them. And now he going to admonish these same brothers and say, you shouldn't be anti-relationship with black women. You shouldn't be speaking negatively. You should be vulnerable. You emotionally vulnerable and be about relationships. No, nigga. That wasn't you.
Yeah, I've been around. I was listening in the clouds for a long time. So a lot of the stuff y'all bringing up, I do actually remember. I've watched this graduate. Angry Man, you did good at pointing out that precise moment roughly a year ago when he started talking about taking women out on dates and how, a man shouldn't have a problem spending $200 on a date and all of that. That was about a year ago. So I was like, okay, he's changing a little bit. And then, it just gradually went full circle, but y'all are right on the aspect of it that when people bring it up, yeah, it should be more of a yes, I've evolved and I've changed on this, that, this, and the other thing, and then it would just be clear, and then y'all wouldn't have nothing to say if he just come on and say yes, I've changed, I've evolved. What could y'all say?
No, I wouldn't have shit to say because it would be organic growth. I wouldn't have nothing to say. I'd be like, well, Obsidian, he used to be this well, because there are other guys in the Manosphere that have changed like that. That have changed slowly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, didn't somebody in the white Manosphere become a born again Christian or some stuff like that? Or
somebody Rouge V.
Yeah. So yeah, people can change, people can grow, but it's
like with me, there's been times I've had my little back and forths with relationship issues or whatever. But the difference between me and Obsidian is I've never lied about it. I've always told everybody what's going on with me as far as relationships. I've never been the type of person that just outright stopped believing in long-term relationships. I've said there needs to be a lot of work done in order to fix them. And some of you fellas, you might have to step outside of the black, the American black women. You might have to get you a Latina or something. But, I'm not going to sit up here and just go from, I want to see them in a pool of their own blood to you niggas ain't shit because you don't want to be with them. That's a little crazy. That's ridiculous.
It is.
That's ridiculous.
And I'll point out one other. This is a minor contradiction, but back in the day, he used to talk about, like, I remember one time I did a video, and I was telling guys that they shouldn't be a recluse or a hermit, that they should have a social life, an active social life. And Obsidian at the time, he was basically like, fuck that. I used to go to some of these parties, but these black women, they were full of fuckery. And he mentioned this white friend. What is it? Charles Brunson or something. It's a white guy who's known for being part of the men's rights movement. It wasn't Paul Elam, it's this other guy. I can't remember his name. But anyway, he said, even my white friend, Charles so-and-so, said, it's probably not worth it for black men to go to parties. He said, like, here in Philadelphia, a lot of us guys would go to the parties back in the day, but these black women full of female fuckery. So he said, this is what he said. He said, I would rather just stay at home. I would rather stay at home. I would even rather be playing video games than out here socializing with these black women that are full of fuckery. That's what he said. This was probably 2018 when he said that. Now, since he's called himself the dating coach for the non-select guy, which I still think is ridiculous. That's like me, again, calling myself the health and fitness trainer for the overweight guy. Now he be saying, since he become a dating coach, you guys don't need to be just sitting at home. You guys need to get out. You need to be social. Don't sit at home and just watch TV. Get out and be social. No, motherfucker, you wasn't saying that 2 years ago. That ain't what you was saying. You was actually encouraging black men to stay at home. You said it's better to stay home and play video games than to socialize with black women that were full of fuckery. And now it's basically like you saying, well, get over that black female fuckery shit. Get over that shit.
Yeah, I had a heated debate with him. I'm talking about a heated debate. In fact, I think we revisited that debate a couple of times. I had a debate with him where I kept telling him, I was like, dude, because when I first started putting out my YouTube videos, Obsidian came to me. He sought me out and, he was like, hey, can you give me a call? I want to talk to you. I see your YouTube stuff. I think your stuff is awesome, this, that, and the third or whatever. So I contacted him, called him on the phone. We had a long conversation in which he brought up the fact that a lot of young people watch us. That was one of the things he said in the conversation, because I said, do you really think people are really watching us like that? He's like, yeah, man, there's a lot of young guys that's watching us, young, impressionable guys. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the first conversations I had with Obsidian. This is why I've always been on his ass about his content and what he says in his content. So for him to be doing what he was doing, and these debates were last summer or the year before that. I told him, I said, look, man, stop telling young dudes to forget dealing with women and just be a confirmed bachelor and just live this sort of hermit lifestyle, like you were just saying, Alan. I said, stop telling them that, because they're too young to know any better. And what's going to happen is they're going to spend the next 10, 20 years of their lives doing that and basically not even entertaining the thought of dealing with a woman. And then when they get older, they're going to be bitter and angry. And you're going to have a whole subsector of black men that are just pissed off. You might even create some Elliot Rodgers. Like,
fact, if you remember, along the lines of what you was just talking about, now I know this person, y'all still, I guess, don't get along, but this is when y'all were cool. But we were all O'Shea's channel. It was me, you, O'Shea, and Stevie D. Williams.
Yeah.
And we were talking about some stuff, and somehow Obsidian's name came up, and he was in the chat room, and then he asked to join the panel, and we let him come up. And then honestly, we just took turns lighting his ass up. And but that was one of the points that was made, I think specifically by both me and you, was what you just said. Because I remember I said that too in that instance. I said, dude, that's one of the biggest problems I have with you, is that I said, you got a lot of guys that are still in their 20s, even maybe their early 20s, listening to you. And I said, they haven't lived life yet.
Yeah.
They haven't lived enough life to have bitterness towards sisters. It's like they're almost going to transfer your bitterness towards sisters to themselves. And they just young, impressionable brothers trying to listen to an older brother. And I said, I have issues with that. Now, I said, if guys like, say, 40 years and older listen to you, you know, that's their choice. Yeah. But I said, man, for you to be talking about a lot of things you talk about to guys who are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I said, man, them brothers too young to be listening to all this negativity. It needs to be, I ain't saying you got to go the opposite end and be some kind of white knight and just say nothing critical about women and sisters. I would never recommend that. But I said, man, you at least got to be somewhat balanced, man. Yeah. And, you know, what I found, though, during that particular instance, and, you know, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. He can correct me if I'm wrong. But here's something I picked up. I think I mentioned to a couple people. Obsidian is not as I don't want to say. He's not as great of an extemporaneous speaker as some people would like to think he is. Right? Frankly, this is speculation. I'm not saying it's fact. This is speculation. I think a lot of what Obsidian says, and one of the reasons why he doesn't cam up, is because I think he has a lot of scripts in front of him.
Really?
I think he's talking off almost like a news anchor talks off a teleprompter. But when you are in a debate with him and you ask him questions that he's not prepared for, he either gets silent or he deflects a lot. And he will try to return to his regular repertoire of talking points. I remember one of the most notable times he did that. It was the instance I'm talking about. When he joined that panel with me, you, O'Shea, and Stevie D. Williams, a lot of us, particularly me and you, to a slightly less extent O'Shea, was throwing a lot of questions that he did not come back quick. Yeah. He would just remain silent and go like, or he would deflect and then return to his kind of, again, regular repertoire of talking points. And I started that night, I was like, okay, he's not as quick on it. Because I've seen you, Anger Man, and a lot of other people in this space. You could handle, and like, say you might have been talking about ABC with somebody, and all of a sudden they throw in somebody XYZ. Yeah. It ain't like that'll just throw you for a loop. You'd be like, damn, I don't know how to handle that XYZ topic, subject matter. Damn, fade out. You know, you'll be able to say something.
Yeah.
And again, there's a few other people I can name that have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Obsidian, to me, this is just solely my own opinion, I don't think he has that ability. I think a lot of his stuff is scripted, and if you deviate away from his script and his, again, regular repertoire talking points, he's either going to get silent, or he's going to try to deflect. And anyway, it was just very telling. But anyway, I'm a go ahead and drop down. I appreciate Bernard. You let me come up. Always mad respect for my man Angry Man. But yeah, again, to just sum it up again, recap, man. I thought I was the only one, so I'm actually glad Angry Man came through. It was a brother in spirit. Because I was sitting there in the chat room like, man, how full of shit can this motherfucker be? And how are people in the chat room going to tolerate him doing this 180 flip-flop in our very front of our very eyes and act like we don't know his history?
Yeah.
I mean, that was, I considered it insulting to my intelligence. And again, big ups to you, Bernard, because I'm gonna just put it bluntly. You probably might not see it this way, Bernard. And I was making you know.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna be blunt, man. He was trying to punk you, dude. He was trying to punk you on your own channel.
I agree with that part.
Bernard, no, I'm running this motherfucker.
Yeah.
If you let Angry Man, you better not. You might as well plan on not speaking to me for a few days because I run this motherfucker, man. I'm the one who grew your channel. Nigga, you better listen to me. Don't let Angry Man up. I'm the one running this shit. You ain't running. And you stood up and was basically like, no, nigga, this is my channel. I mean, you don't want your exact words, but your attitude was like, no, motherfucker, this is my channel.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna let Angry Man up. I'm gonna let Angry Man up.
Yeah.
And he couldn't handle that. That's why he ran off. Hey, I bet in his mind he was like, God damn, Bernard standing up to me? How dare he stand up to me?
Come on. All right.
All right, with that, I'm out, fellas, man. Love and respect to y'all, man.
Goddamn.
No, but look, I appreciate you letting me up. Like, it's just like I said earlier. The reason why I came to watch the show this morning, my man Platinum was like, yo, Angry Man, you got to come through Bernard's show, man. You got to come back over there, man. I didn't understand why he was saying it.
I was listening. That was a late night. I was up at like 3 a.m. I think I woke up and just tuned in and I caught that part.
Yeah, so, I was like, man, I don't know. Because like, it's just like I told him, I said, I don't have a problem with Bernard, but it's certain individuals that say certain goofy stuff. And I know how I am. I'm going to have to say something. But I can't. I want to come over here and donate because you still show me love and donate, and I appreciate it, brother. But there's no way I could listen to that and not say nothing. And I didn't mean to. I don't want to disrupt your show. You feel what I'm saying? That's not my intention. But I really thought Obsidian would stay up here and had a conversation with me, which would have provided some really awesome content. But you know,
yeah. It's. I don't know what to say, man. This was wild, but overall, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. Hey, on a completely side note, I gotta ask you a stupid technical question. It's probably not a stupid question because the guys at Guitar Center couldn't give me a good answer.
Okay.
All right. When I go live and cammed up and everything, I don't want to have no headset on like how you don't got a headset on now. But if your microphone connected to the interface, your headset got to connect to the interface, and that's where your sound come from. But you don't got you don't got nothing in your ear. So how are you hearing me? Is it just coming through the computer speakers or what?
Yeah, it's complicated. Like, okay, so the sound is coming through my speakers, my monitor speakers, but because of the way the Go XLR is set up, there is no delay.
You say Go XLR, is that a certain type of interface?
Yeah, that's a mixer. That's like by far that, in my opinion, that's one of the best mixers for YouTube. That's just made specifically for YouTube. So I could have my headphones on where I would be able to hear you as well. But the way this joint is set up, you could actually run the audio out because it has an audio out, right? So you can run the audio out from your Go XLR to your speakers, and the sound is seamless. So you don't have to worry about there being an echo when you're talking through the microphone. At least the way my setup is, I'm not having that issue. I was surprised at that, but yeah, that's how I was able to do it.
Yeah, I was looking at you and Kevin, and I'm like, how do they? I was thinking y'all had like a little small earpiece or something in, but then that would cause a delay too if you got a little small
Yeah.
Bluetooth earpiece. So I'm like, I couldn't figure out how y'all was doing it. I thought y'all probably had a little small, clear earbuds wrapped around your ear, going through your shirt or something. That's what they was explaining at Guitar Center, and I was like, nah, that ain't how they doing it.
Plus the other thing too is you definitely got to have you a directional mic, because me and Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, I think Kevin has the Shure SM7B as well. Like the way these microphones are, the sound only goes into the front of it. So since the speakers are behind it, the sound from the speakers are not really going into the mic. So it's probably keeping it from feeding back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine is the same way. The sound goes right in through the front of the mic. So yeah.
So then all you need to do is run you like some whatever interface or mixer you have, just run you like a line out to your speakers and just try it one day. You probably won't have to have the headphones on.
Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. But you say like the speakers to the monitors, basically.
The monitor speakers that come from your they either come from your computer or they come from your interface. Mine are running from my interface. They're not running from the computer.
Yeah, I got to figure that out.
I can tell you right now, if you go to Guitar Center or Sam Ash, they not gonna have no answers for you because
they didn't. They was telling me some bullshit to where I just said fuck it, I left.
Yeah,
I left. they couldn't give me no answers.
Yeah, because there's no, and I told somebody that one time on a live stream. I said there's a business market for helping people set up YouTube setups, and nobody's even doing it yet.
Right.
Like there's a market for that. Like if you could, I would have loved when I first set my stuff up. I would have loved I could have just paid somebody to come set it all up and be like, okay, you got to do this, and this, and you're off and running. I would have loved that, but yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do that. You said Go XLR. That's what the thing is called.
Yeah, right. Either that or the Roadmaster. One of the two. Those are the two that I've been told are the best ones to run on YouTube.
All right. I'll look into that. Man.
Ty City talking about what I missed. Ty City a shit starter, man.
That's Ty City been listening the whole time talking about some what I missed.
Ty City's the new shit starter. Talking about what I missed. You want us to repeat that shit? Nah, bro.
He already got the clips. Cut it out.
Word.
But yeah, shit. Pablo says back to the topic. No, I think the topic done. I'm debating whether I'm about to wrap it up or just drop the link in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah, how many hours y'all usually go?
I normally do anywhere. It'll be 2 at the least, but it could be 5 at the most. I try to. I mean, if I can wrap it up at 3 hours is a good show that I would normally go.
Word.
Somebody's saying drop the link. See if somebody want to come up and say something and do something. If not, I could wrap this bad boy up. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. The link in the chat if somebody want to do something with it. Somebody says, wrap up, bro. Ramil cooking.
Who is Ramil cooking right now?
His title was you would like the title. It was it's something like it's some whole shit to hate on reformed pookies or something like that. So yeah, that's right up your alley.
He said it's some whole shit.
Yeah, something. The title was something like "Hating on Reform Pookies is Ho Shit" or something like that.
Yo, man, how do dudes get away? I can barely even put woman in my title without getting shadow banned. How the hell?
Yeah, no, I did it in this title. I don't know if it's gonna be a problem. I'll be trying to play with that and not do nothing crazy with the titles, but sometimes I take the chance and I don't see a difference in the views, but maybe over time they'll get on your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. Chaos Rain, what's up, man?
What's good, Bernard? Just came up saying, whatever you're doing, bro, just keep doing. Nothing's perfect. It's always a work in progress till you find the actual official niche, But you have something going good every day, early in the morning. I tell you, I don't know if I could do it, man. Wake up early and do these streams, man, at a certain time. But you make it work. You make it work, man. I think because I was a part of the other channel yesterday with the sisters about the battle of sexes. I mean, at the end of the day, it's profitable for most of our people because we already know the issue in regards to us and them. So the only thing is, are we going to put the necessary to change on both sides? But if we're not, it's good to talk about it, but at the end, it's just stagnant. The women know what the men want, and the men know what the women want. I'm not sure why we're still going back and forth. But that's just my opinion.
SKC, if you sent me an email, I didn't get it. You sent me an email, I didn't get it.
But that's my only take on it.
I heard SKC been cooking lately too.
SKC. Oh shit. Angry Man, since you're here, did you care to offer any insights on the topic of why do black women sabotage other black women, or don't even bother to try to hit those black women with good men? Why don't even bother to try to even help other black women get decent men?
It's sour grapes. It's basically the whole misery loves company type thing. Like you'll have older black women who will purposely give younger black women messed up advice. And the reason why is because the older black women start to see them as their competition because they're actually competing for the same men. So like if you have a woman that is considered post-wall, that's in her 40s or whatever, men that are in her age bracket might be trying to date women that are in their 20s. So the women view the women that's a little bit younger than them as a threat. So they give them messed up ass advice, and then you've heard women say plenty of times, I don't know what you're doing messing with them young girls anyway. You need you a grown woman.
Yeah.
So they so they basically muddy the waters. They give the younger girls the bad advice so that the younger girls will be cutting up. Then they can swoop in and get the dude. So that's part of the reason why they sabotage, why some black women sabotage other ones. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You very, very rarely hear good advice given when women are giving advice to others. And it's crazy because it's a lot of them trying. There's a lot of them, these femininity coaches and all of that. They trying to get into that business, but in real life, I've seen none of that. I've seen none of that.
Oh, and with that, I know you're talking about the YouTube chicks that be giving advice. Oh my God, the advice they're giving them is horrible. Like they're basically teaching them how to be predators. How to just go and find a dude and get with him because he got some money, and basically how to get over on the dude.
Yeah, it's different sectors of that. The She-Ra 7 angle, that those are the ones that's just completely problematic. No, she says she teaches women how to get the bag and get out. That's what she said. How to get the bag, get out, get on to the next bag, or get the bag, keep it if you want it, if it's beneficial, but like a woman called her show and was like, I got a man, he wants to marry me, he got good money, but he want me to sign a prenup. She was like, okay, just Google how to get out of a prenup. Duh. Like that was her advice. Like that's what she on.
Yo, I used to swing through there and just to see what she was saying. But some of the stuff she used to say used to trigger me so bad. I said, man, let me not even watch this chick because all of my content will just be fuck these bitches if I watch her.
Mm-hmm.
But the advice she gives them, I just be listening like, wow, she is a piece of shit, man. There's no way around that shit. And she set them up for failure, man, because like they're gonna get with these dudes that genuinely want to be with them, because if a chick get with a dude and he's willing to spend money on her and willing to put her in a house and stuff like that, that dude is invested. Like he's really invested emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And then he gonna fuck around and find out she ain't hitting on shit. And the other thing is they're playing with their lives too. Cause some of these dudes is gonna snap out.
Mm-hmm.
like come on, because somebody was talking about that the other night, talking about the violence between black men and black women. And you got people up there telling black women to basically hustle black men. Like, nah, man, that's not a good look right there.
Right. It's some like, and I've got criticized for this because like even with Nicole Michelle and some of her advice, I'm like, she kind of sound. I ain't really feeling that, but she will at least talk about how you marry that man that's willing to pay some bills and take care of it. You got to be a good wife and mother to his kids and all of this and all of that. She ain't talking about get the bag and get out and get on to your next bag. Or at least, or as she herself says, leave with a bag so you can start your own business and do your own thing. Like Nicole Michelle ain't on that, so it's levels to the fuckery. But all of them, it'd be a little splash of fuckery at least. But it's levels to it though.
Yeah, Nicole is a little more balanced.
Yeah,
I've heard her tell chicks. I've heard her get at chicks about their behavior and how they need to be more ladylike and stuff like that. But the ones like what's the name, She-Ra 7 or whatever, like she's just
yeah, that's full blown scam hustle. She teaching them how to shake niggas down. That's all to it.
Yeah,
that's a stick up. Like put them up. Like that's
dude wake up like George Costanza, handcuffed to the bed rail, gone and shit. Hell yeah, but nah, like I really, when it comes to black women sabotaging other black women, it's sad because it's a really weird dichotomy because they stick together when it comes to fuckery, but they don't really stick together when it comes to good wholesomeness.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to fuckery, they're just, they're down for each other 100%. But then when it comes time to like stick together on some, let me help you pick a good dude or let me give you some advice on how to avoid these pitfalls, it's just like, man, I ain't telling her shit. I'm gonna just let her fall on her face.
No, I literally know a woman who, according to her, she with the best man she ever been with, and she losing weight for him. She don't look bad, but she need to tighten it up a little bit. So she working hard and lost a lot of weight and looking good. Her friend, who she was bigger with, both of them was kind of both of them was big together. Is in her ear. You don't need to be losing no weight for that man. If he really the one, he gonna take you exactly how you was when he met you and this or that about you. She just all in her ear trying to tell her she don't need to be losing weight for this man who treating her better than what she never been treated. She happier than what she ever been. Everybody just telling her, man, your personality completely different now. Like she's literally happy.
Yeah.
But she's losing weight, one, to make this man happy, who's making her happy, who's treating her right. She got two people in her ear telling her she don't need to be losing no weight. Two older chicks. Yeah.
And see, that right there, I remember one time I had a conversation with my grandmother, and I was asking her why people basically do that. Why do they want why would somebody else want you to be unhappy, with them instead of just leaving you alone to let you be happy where you're at and what you're doing? And my grandmother said sometimes people just want a partner to go to hell with. And I, wow, I had never thought about it like that. Like, some people don't want to, like, the chicks that are doing that. If they have a friend like the one you're talking about, where she's actually getting skinny or whatever, she knows that when that chick, is in that relationship is going to take away from their relationship. So it's like a lot of people look at relationships only in the intimate level, where it's a man and a woman that's married or whatever. But, the friendship is a relationship too. So a lot of these chicks, they know that if their girlfriend gets a dude and they're not able to get a dude, then they're going to be the one that gets left. So it's like she has a man now, so now she's not going to. I mean, us guys, we go through it to a degree where one of our homeboys, if he get married, we already know we're not going to see him like that no more.
But we cool with that, though.
But we cool with it, though. It's like, it is what it is, like, because we don't want to, if a dude get with a chick and the chick makes him happy, we're not going to try to take away our homeboy's happiness, you know what I'm saying, just because we haven't found a chick yet. We just know, okay, well, fuck it, sooner or later, I'll probably do the same thing, or I'll go hang out with some of my other homeboys.
Yeah, we'll only say something if we feel like bruh, this woman just literally just got your balls in her purse 24/7. If he just on some weak shit and this woman is just punking him, making him do just making him do shit that we know he don't do, like, this ain't you. You don't talk like that. You don't dress like I mean, if you happy, that's one thing, but you looking over your shoulder, when your phone ring, you know that dude who y'all just chilling. His phone. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'll be back. He got to go outside to take the call. You
gotta make everybody turn down the fun, because his wife on the phone like, hey man, y'all be quiet. Hey, baby, what you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just at Bible study. Like, no.
That's when we'll intervene if he gotta be faking like he had Bible study. Like, we just over here, we at Tony's house on the couch watching the game. That's all we doing. Why you gotta pretend like you had Bible study?
Because you know why? Because he knows if he's over here at Tony's house and he pick up the phone laughing like, yeah, man, that's what I said or whatever, she'll be like, what the hell is so funny? What is you laughing about?
Right.
Oh, no, man, Tony just said some funny things. Oh, really? Well, I tell you what, see if Tony gonna give you some ass tonight. Click.
Yeah.
Bro, if you got a woman like that, man, you got to get away from her, bro.
Yeah. Yep, that's the only time that men start, trying to pull somebody by the coattail. That's the only time. We ain't gonna do it if he genuinely, happy. We gonna let it rock. He gonna go off. He gonna get married. Hey, we gonna lose somebody in our little bro circle, but it's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. Ain't nobody tripping.
Yeah, because there's still a chance you can get him back if you mess around and get end up with a woman or whatever. Y'all can do the couples thing.
Yeah,
it's a little different, but
Yeah.
Look at Sister Joyce trying to pose in the mirror and shit. What?
What? I look cute.
What the?
I mean, I had to kind of redeem myself after you. Never mind. Something new. How you guys doing?
You look straight. You look straight in that photo. I give it up to you. I see the little curves and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight for my fiance and stuff. I understand.
I see you.
Yeah.
With you.
I had actually came up to say something about like why women won't give advice to other women. And I think one thing that women realize about other women is most of us are going to do exactly what we want to do, no matter good, bad, indifferent. Women are going to do what they want to do. So if they're in a toxic relationship, I've given plenty of good advice to a couple of friends of mine. When they're in toxic relationships and they want to be there, that's exactly what they want to do. When you get tired of something, at some point you'll leave and you'll stop dealing with that. So I think a lot of women have come to realize if a woman wants to be in something messed up, that's exactly where she's gonna be. And until she gets tired of that, there's nothing that I can tell her that anybody else can tell her when she's dealing with something toxic, or even when trying to get a good dude. Some people be kind of set in their own ways, and then when they figure out that process isn't working for them, then they start to evolve and do things a little different.
So basically, you're saying that sometimes y'all don't give your homegirl advice because she hard headed and she not gonna listen no way.
Well, I'll say that we've given the advice, and they're still hard headed and won't listen anyway.
So you get tired of giving the advice, basically.
No, you try to tell them, like I have a friend, a really close friend of mine, and she's in a crazy relationship, and she'll well, you think I shouldn't talk to him for 2 weeks? And I'm like, girl, you gonna talk to him tonight? Why are we talking about this? And it happens. That's exactly what it is.
So why do y'all give bad advice when they're in good relationships? Explain that one.
Now, this is another thing. Now, that would be on the fault of the woman who is coming to tell somebody her business, but she ain't got no business talking to her in the first place. A big reason why married women associate with married women is because they understand that they go through certain processes within relationships. They understand that they're dealing with a man who is not perfect. They're also understanding that they're not perfect either. So it's a two-way thing in a relationship. And it's not as easy as it is with a single woman who can get up and walk away when she wants to, and a man who can get up and walk away when he wants to. It's a different dynamic.
I asked you, why do y'all give bad advice to a woman in a good relationship? And you said
saying
it's not the sabotager's fault that they's giving bad advice?
Well, I'm saying I think that sometimes women give bad advice because they don't know any better. There's a lot of women who've never really been loved and don't really know what it's like to have a man love them and respect them and treat them like something. And so when you've never had that, and you and your man go through problems, if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't know what it's like to go through something with a man, then yeah, she's gonna be quick to offer some bad advice because she don't know what it's like. She ain't made it through shit with nobody. Everybody she's had has dumped her and did her wrong and treated her like shit. So she's not gonna understand what it's like to have an argument with your man and you and your man make up and you end up cooking for him and it's over with.
Has a female friend
toxic bullshit?
Has a female friend ever discouraged you from losing weight for your man?
No.
Okay. DJ Cuda in the building. What's going on?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Angry Man? What's going on, Sister George? Chaos, what's going on?
Hey, what's good, DJ Cuda?
What's going on, Bernard? Going back to the title, I think women they give what's called tainted advice because a lot of times they didn't listen in the first place. So a lot of times when they learn things, they learn it through trial and error, and they don't necessarily want the next woman to get forward. To go forward. But then you have some women that do give advice, but they've given advice to women for so long, they know it's like pulling teeth. You can't give women advice, out straight right, and they listen. So a lot of times too, it's a hassle for them to take advice from other women in comparison to the regular advice that they get from other people. They have to hear a certain person say it, like a grandma or an aunt or somebody that they know that been through it through trial and error. But usually when women get advice from other women, it has some type of vitriol or stigma attached to it. So
All right, I'm gonna have to ask you the same technical question I asked Angry Man.
Yeah.
How is it that you hearing us and you don't got no headset on?
I got my headphones in.
Oh, okay, so you do that. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so yeah, you doing it that way.
Yeah, no. I think what Angry Man would tell you is that his speakers are a little bit further back
Yeah.
from his microphones, because when you have equipment, it will pick up your microphone and you'll get that whistling, that noise. So you have to have your speakers a little further back from your microphone, because it will pick up your microphone, especially when you have equipment.
Yeah, my speakers are a couple of feet back.
From mine's are on my desk, so I'm gonna get like a ringing noise. But I heard people talking about the Go XLR. You shouldn't pay no more than $400-$500 for that unit, which you have right now, which is why I was stressing niggas to go goddamn get equipment, is that you have people buying the equipment and selling it for twice the money right now. See, if people wasn't running around here starting beef all damn day, it was listening to the goddamn game I was giving, they would have got their damn mind right before we go into the second wave of bullshit. But niggas want to run around here and start beef. And if you go around and look at their channels right now, they talking about
Cuda.
Don't
do this to me. I already put out one fire today, man.
No, look, I'm not doing shit. But they going around talking about reformed Pookies and Ray Rays, acting like they wasn't praising Malcolm X last week. You understand what I'm saying? This is the goofy shit. If you go and go shopping and go work on your studio and work on your craft, you wouldn't get into stupid shit like this. Like a couple weeks ago, it was the game niggas. Then it was equipment. Then it was niggas talking about mics. Now it's good guy versus bad guy. Now it's Pookie and Ray Ray versus businessman. And Ty City called it. He called it. This is what I'm trying to say. This is the fool shit that goes on around here. And you would think these are the good guys that mean good for the space. No, they running around here starting beefs. Then now that Pookie and Ray Ray's out of the picture, who is gonna be next? Because niggas need bad guys. Trying to tell y'all, man. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. So y'all seen what happened to me? Yeah, am I lying to y'all now?
Man, I ain't got nothing for you, man.
The wall of silence. I know.
Yeah, man.
I know.
I'm trying to uphold the wall of
silence. The
wall
of silence. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Yeah,
man. Look, black people, if you are in this space, man, listen to me, man. I don't mean to be facetious. I don't mean to be fucked up. I never told y'all no crazy shit from the jump. Man, go work on your studio, go work on your craft, man, and Black Manosphere, man, step up your production value instead of doing all this stupid ass beefing and shit. Y'all ain't heard me the first time, but you gonna hear me now. Now you gonna hear about some dumbass Pookie and Ray and educated lame argument again and shit. So, hey man, good luck.
Hey DJ Kuda, before you leave,
and you know what's funny? The Pookies and Ray Rays are running around here showing more tech than the goddamn tech people here. Y'all want y'all want to do a tech challenge? Y'all want to put some bread on that?
Yeah, I'm with you on the up and hold on, Chaos. But I'm with you on the everybody need to up the game. Like I'm getting my I've been talking about it. And my actually
on that.
Actually, I'm done.
Right
I'm
now.
actually
we'll
done. Kuda, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely about to have my shit set up. You know, similar to what y'all are. I got the mic and everything that I need. So I'm like a few steps away. Probably in another week or two, I'll be on camera with a nice setup and whatnot. So yeah, I'm definitely all about that. I already got the camera. Kevin Samuels told me what camera I need to buy. So I'm probably gonna order that today. I tried to buy it yesterday. I was out in Guitar Center, then I went to Best Buy, tried to get a camera. Everything sold out, so I'm gonna have to order it online. So it's all a matter of
camera. What mic were you talking about?
Well, mic, the mic I got is called. Oh shit! I was about to get the exact same mic Angry Man got. I think Kevin Samuels got the same exact mic.
Yeah, it's called Shure SM7B.
Yep, and the one that they sold me on is a very similar one, but it's it got the cloud lifter built inside of it. It's called the Ashton.
It's this one.
Oh shit! This nigga.
Oh no, this nigga got the mic over
there. There it is.
Hell yeah! It's called. I gotta clean it, but it's called the Aston Stealth.
Yep, there it go. That's the exact mic I'm talking into. Yeah.
Yeah. So niggas want to call me false prophets. How can I pull out what niggas are talking about? I'm a false prophet. Okay.
Tell you to
All
get
right. So this is what you do. You talk it to the top of this microphone.
Yep.
It's a dynamic mic. It's just like this SM7B, but you can run it in dynamic mode and passive mode. And you can switch between 4 different patterns right here. You got my bad, my stand is
right
in the
there,
way.
we see it.
I gotta clean it though. You got dynamic, you got voice 1, voice 2, and you got guitar. All right. So if I'm a fake nigga running around the space, how can you be talking about something? I just turn around and pull the shit out. Oh, you talking about this? What other mic they show you? I got that too. Which one you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? And I'll tell you how to run it. It's got a cloud lifter built into it, so you don't have to turn around and spend another $100 to $150 to learn how to run it.
what camera did Kevin tell you to get, Bernard?
Oh, I wrote it down, and I'm gonna have a hard time finding it right now. I don't know if L got.
You remember if it was a Sony or Canon or?
Nah, I don't think it was a Sony or a Canon. Shit. God damn it. I can't find it. I have to I got my phone in my hand right now. I'm going through the screenshots of,
Bernard, hit me up for a one-on-one, man. I'm tired of niggas asking me to show my work, and then when I start showing work, it's too much cocaine, man.
What? Huh?
All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Y'all ain't get that, man.
Man, that went over my head.
I did a Manosphere mic show. I'll do another one on this one. This is actually a pretty good microphone to get, but I think the SM7B is still better as a daily driver because this don't have no shock mount. The mic, this is your mic stand right here.
Word.
So this thing is going to be hanging, and then you still got to get a pop filter for it. Whereas this microphone, the SM7B, it got hold on, let me get this shit up out the way. This microphone right here, it got a speech filter. So you don't have to get a pop filter for it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I think this will be a better microphone than a daily driver, and it's more secure on the boom arm instead of this. This is the only thing I don't like about the Aston stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was odd. When I was setting it up, I was like, damn, that's it? Like, I thought I was missing a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it clicked right in there. I mean, it stay put, but yeah, it looked odd that was the only thing that was holding it up.
And to tell if your phantom power is on, there's a purple light that comes on right here to tell if your phantom power is on, but you still got to tweak your gain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
this is a good microphone.
I got that Zoom coming Wednesday, Cuda.
Oh, you got the H6 coming?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just my camera came and I was doing some shooting outside with it. I still gotta play around with it. I just hooked the Zoom up to it. Use a regular headphone cable and plug it into the line out, and then you plug it into your camera. So that way when you go outside, or if you want to do like some pre-records in the car or something, then you hook your camera up, you could turn around and shoot it from the Zoom. But this is the Zoom H6, Bernard.
Yeah.
And I don't got my other mic, but I got the shotgun mic right here. So even if you don't have your regular microphone, you can just mount this on top of your camera and just point the shotgun mic at whatever, and it'll pick everything up.
Yeah, I need that for my podcast, because the other way I'm doing it is I have to convert everything. I would rather just have it.
Yeah, have the audio file.
Yeah, just have the audio file. I could just throw it over there. That actually cuts down on the amount of time it takes me to do all of this stuff. But yeah, man, Joe Bernard, I appreciate you for having me up here, fam. I definitely appreciate you letting me come up to say my piece. You feel me? But I'll definitely be back through, bro.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, that camera. Oh shit, I had it up. I just lost it. Where did it go? Put it. All right. Here it go. The camera is a Canon, and I'm bad with this. A Canon EOS M50.
Oh, the M50.
Yeah, the M50. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the one he told me to get. So that's
a good camera. He told you to get the. Don't forget, like you got to get the AC adapter.
To keep it running.
Keep it running.
It's gonna cut off.
Yeah, you got to get the AC adapter so you can get constant power to it as well.
Huh. If I don't got that, it'll like cut off while I'm in mid.
Yeah, or you're gonna have to keep switching batteries, and it's gonna cut off anyway.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
need if you get anytime you get a DSLR camera and use it as a webcam, you're gonna have an AC adapter for it for the count. It looks like the battery, but it has a cord attached to it, so that you can plug it up, and then you run the cable, the micro USB from your camera to your computer. Now you can either get a capture card or you can use Canon's little application. But it's not hard. Once you get those two little things, you can set it up and everything is all good, you know.
All right. Will do.
They got tutorials on YouTube for it though. So
Yeah, I've been checking out some of them tutorials. Hey, everybody who been hitting the super chat, man, I appreciate y'all. The conversation that got real intense. You know, if the conversation get too intense, I don't read off every super chat. I try to highlight them all. But I do appreciate everybody who supported the show today. Probably about to wrap this bad boy up pretty soon. Chaos, you was trying to get in there. I mean to overlook you or talk over you. Go ahead.
I was saying with DJ Kudo in regards to equipment and stuff, when you mentioned that people got to step their game up with the technology, and a lot of brothers have issue with it. Even you had debate with Mr. Fantastic about it.
Yeah, them niggas still running around here butthurt.
And it makes me think, say, why listen,
Coda, be cool.
No, I'm tired of this shit, man. They running around here starting. They running around here starting shit 24/7, man. And I'm tired of that shit. Now it's Pookie. Now it's Pookie and Ray, man. Come on, dog.
I understand. Just
come
try
on,
to
man.
Be cool. Fantastic, my dude. Got nothing but respect for both of y'all. Let's try to keep it.
But
go ahead.
They don't like this.
I understand.
Well, the point is this, bro. Is that if you have an audience and people are put into this pie or this pot, it would be better to take whatever money necessary, divide whatever you make monthly and stuff, and try to get the simple equipment and just set up, because you could take some to a hobby and take it more than it is, if you're that innovative. A lot of us, still try to find our way, our niche. But
listen.
So then, you had to start baby steps. Like, I bought a mic like last year? I bought
once a month. Once a month, you get one piece of tech and just try to build your studio. Once a month, you get a chance to do your research, then you build your studio. Once a month, you get one piece of tech. Once a month. Okay, damn. Okay, all right. I just got this. Okay, what do I need this to run that? Okay. Next month, that's what I'm getting. Let me go watch some YouTube videos. Let me go read up on it. Then I go get that. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to teach y'all is not how to work on YouTube. See, people are very ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to paint me off as ignorant because they think I'm trying to take credit for something. I don't care. All right, I really don't give a fuck. All right, I'm in too deep to even start worrying about if I tell you to go out and go get a mic and you don't go do it. I don't give a fuck. That's not me. That's you. You understand? When I teach y'all and I tell y'all about microphones and tech, I'm not just teaching you how to work on YouTube. You can take your studio and turn around and do voice acting work. You can take your studio and turn around and produce audio books. You could do a whole bunch of things with your studio. I'm teaching you how to eat, how to get some goddamn paper. YouTube is just bullshit. If you want, especially this sector not even serious. Niggas are still yelling into microphones and shit, and then want to debate, and then when somebody beef up their microphone, they mad they getting drowned out. Niggas still using their phones. Like, bruh.
I know. It's
cameras
crazy.
And shit. Like, come on, man. Go look up how much this shit costs, man. The camera I'm speaking on right now, $220. My key light, man, y'all better stop playing, man. People, you can tell who's serious and who not serious about shit. You can tell who's serious and who's not serious about shit.
You said the camera you speaking on right now is $220?
Yeah, what I said, not speaking on, but the camera that I'm looking into right now, it's a Brio.
The one that you're using right now.
Yeah, it's a Logitech Brio. I got this one right now. I just bought this, the newest one to the family. This is the ZV-1 from Sony.
All right, because that one I'm looking to buy costs like $599. Like that.
Yeah, this one was like 720. So
yeah, I mean
you know
that
what I'm
one looked
saying?
good though. The one you own for $200. That's shit.
Hell yeah. But guess what? They're sold out. If niggas was listening to me before instead of talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got this one when it first came out. And then there's another one that I promote that went down to like 60, $80, which is the Logitech C922, which shoots in 1080p. YouTube don't go up to 4K just yet. This Brio right here, it shoots an upper scale 1080 because it can because it goes 4K 30 FPS, but YouTube can't produce that.
Huh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
YouTube gonna scale it down. It's going to dumb down, and then StreamYards right now is going to dumb down the quality of the video. And then you gotta have your lighting right, because sometimes your video is right, but you don't have a light pointed at your face.
Yeah.
I got three lights in here.
Yep, I was
You know what I'm
researching
saying?
that last night, getting the little three
People don't know
lights
what
set
they're
up.
talking about. These people running around here want to say I'm a false expert. No, you don't know about sound. You don't know about camera. You don't know about lighting. Why is the quote unquote Pookies and Ray Rays and the uneducated niggas showing more tech than y'all? Y'all don't even
But
cam
you know,
up.
cinema will say that the engineers, and there's certain things you only know to a
Fuck
degree.
that.
You don't know
Let me tell you
all that
something.
shit.
No, fuck that. Let me tell you something. These niggas go to school for this shit and still don't have it.
Good facts. Yeah.
All right, because you done spent your tech money on your damn degree.
Yeah.
Like niggas pulling out stream decks. Niggas don't have stream decks. Niggas don't have, and it's not to brag about what you have. Is really to show that, okay, are you serious about what you're trying to do? What equipment are you using? Bernard just said, hey, you know what? They were trying to show me this mic that had a cloud lifter built in. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Did they show you this one too? Did they show you that one? Because the one I would tell you to get, Bernard, if this one is too expensive for you, go get this one. This is the Rode Pod mic, but you gotta wait for it to come out. It's $100. It's a plug and play. I teach people how to run their studio for the less. People were talking about the Go XLR. Niggas want to talk shit. I got the Go XLR Mini right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Angry Man's talking about, chopped in half. Like, man, y'all gotta start watching these dudes running around here telling y'all shit, man. These the same niggas like, yo, y'all deserve this dog food. They don't look. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking, man. I don't care if you can't see the person microphone or not. Upgrade your sound, man. Give your people a show. Do right by your people. I never said that if somebody's donating and supporting, or don't donate to and support people that don't got their studio together, because how they gonna get their studio together if you're not donating and supporting? And people sit back and watch people run around here spread lies and tell lies on me and shit like that. I can see if I was up here bragging and I didn't show you the shit or teach people how to run the shit, but I actually do. And I actually have a Manosphere mic show. So y'all can run around here and keep beefing if you like. Yeah, see, there goes another interface.
Let me click on you.
Yeah, that's another interface.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that come with a voice changer and everything, man. But hey, look, man. Enjoy the Manosphere. They're gonna be talking about Pookies and Ray Rays. Enjoy this fake good guy versus bad guy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what's gonna happen this week. This was gonna happen this week, man.
But you see,
it's actually happening right now. And Ty City called it.
Yeah, so, but as far as mics though, I ain't gonna get. I mean, I bought the Ashton. It costs really the same amount as the SM.
No, it's like $100 to $200 less. How much did you spend for? You shouldn't spend no more than $350
for the Ashton.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in that range, about $350. I don't know if I spent $400. It was somewhere in it was over $300.
Probably with taxes. Now the Aston is pretty good, but get a pop filter. You're gonna get a good sound. Like I hooked mine up, but I just took it down because I put up this RE320. I think that would have been a better mic for you. That's like I think 300 or or 220 or something like that.
Yeah, the Ashton is what I got, and that's what I'm rolling with for now. So that's
Yeah,
what
but be careful.
got
Be
it.
careful. Make sure you have a good boom arm, man. That little and don't touch it too much because that little stick, that shit runs out. It wears out.
Yeah,
And you
said I
gotta
need
make
a
sure you
boom
gotta make sure you
arm?
take care of that mic because that top part of that mic is plastic. And when you turn on your cloud lifter, make sure you turn your gain all the way down because it's gonna be really loud. What a cloud lifter does is because I got a dynamite on
But
this one.
wait, you don't need a cloud lifter with the
No,
Ashton.
it got one built in. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's
Oh.
called a preamp. This is the all right. This is a gain hungry mic. That Aston is a gain hungry mic also, but you can run it in passive. When you have the light on that Aston Stealth, it engages one of these, which is called a preamp. Okay, that's his selling point. It's a preamp. This one is a dynamite. Usually, when you get a SM7B, you have to pay an extra 150 for a cloud lifter, or 100 for a FET head, or 100 for a dynamite. I chose to get a dynamite. What it does is it boosts the signal of the mic, so you get a clean sound and you have a zero noise floor. That's what dynamic mics are for. That's why you got speaking to the top of it. It's not like a side address mic where the sound changes. You have to speak directly into the top of the mic.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything else, it cancels it out. Anything behind this mic, it cancels it out. So if you have a laptop fan, if you're on your keyboard, if you're doing other things in the background, it cancels that sound out. Is so if you don't have a sound treated room, just like people with Yetis, you don't hear their voice bouncing off the wall, because when you hear their voice bouncing off the wall, it's not like a direct sound. It has what's called reverb, where you hear the echoing on the voice and you hear it hollow the voice out. Now, with that Aston Stealth, when you turn on Cloud Lifter, it's gonna boost the signal. So you gotta turn your gain on whatever interface that you're using down, because now it's gonna overboost the signal. So you want to turn it down, and then you want to gain stage it. What I mean by gain stage is some boards have unity gain where you're at the right level. So when you turn on the Cloud Lifter, then your voice is at the right level, if that makes sense. So you won't be too loud, and you'll be like at the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to find, that sweet spot. I know when the first time I used it, like I went back and listened, and it sounded horrible because
it's gonna sound scratchy.
Yeah, my voice, I didn't even sound like me on that show. And so I kind of adjusted it. I think I'm gonna re-listen to this one, but I think I got it. You
using it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the purple light on?
Yeah, the purple light is on.
Okay. And what you want to do is you want to are you beside your gain right now?
My interface.
Your interface? Yeah. What interface are you using? Are you using a
audio box?
Okay. You using an M box?
It just say audio box USB. Shit. What does it say on this motherfucker?
You see gain?
It don't say gain, but I can see the knob that technically is for the gain. It don't say gain.
Okay, turn that to the right just a little bit and say testing.
Just keep saying testing over and over again while I'm turning it.
Yeah, okay, you got it a little bit loud.
Testing. Okay. See how I got scratchy?
Yeah, now turn it to your left.
Testing. All
right, hold on. Go a little bit to your right.
Testing.
Right there. Right there.
It sound better right there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
See how it's a little bit because all right, so
I can't tell. I'm taking your word. But to me, everything.
Yeah, listen to the end of this broadcast stream. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because
okay.
All right, because they made that mic to compete with this mic. This mic has a more darker sound, and that D. You want to? Are you on V1 or are you in D?
I should be on. Okay, hold on. Y'all gonna hear a little noise while I'm.
Yeah, you're gonna click all the way over to D.
Damn it! I can't. All right,
you got. All right, it's technique.
I'm on V1.
All right, click over to D. It's technique.
Okay.
You gotta hold it and you gotta click.
Yeah, I know how to do that. Hold on. I might have to.
These mics are weird. That mic comes from London.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna get the Origin. They got an Origin Black series that's
All
out
right,
right
it's
now.
on D. It's on D.
Okay, and now say testing.
Testing.
Turn your game to the right just a tad bit.
All right, hold on. All right, about how
Because
far?
StreamYard downplays your sound also. So.
All right, being about a good 4 inches from the mic. That's about
That sounds about good.
All right, so I'm going to the right. Testing.
There you go. No, you're good.
Testing.
You're good. You're good right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So that D is for dynamic mode, and what that does is it mimics what's called a ribbon mic on that particular microphone. It mimics a ribbon mic, and it gives you that broadcasting sound. So you get that radio sound. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah. You want to do it on that D, on the D setting because V1 is basically for male vocals. V2 is for female vocals,
right,
and the G is for guitar.
That's why I thought I needed it on V1.
Yeah. You can literally with that one mic, you can literally do everything with your band. But if you only have one microphone, you do everything separate. So if you have a male singer and a female singer, you get your male singer, get him to do his vocals, done. Click it to V2. She come in, do her vocals, done. Then you click it to guitar. They come in, they do their vocals. I mean, they come in and they stand a couple of inches from it, get their start strumming their guitar, and then it's done. And then you get each and every single track separate, and then you mix it together. This is what the engineers do,
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to educate yourself on stuff like this. This will keep you out of beef. This will keep you from doing stupid shit. Like, now I'm learning, like what Angry Man said the other night. Why do I spend all my money on a full production studio just to sit up here and talk to a nigga about some dumb shit? Then a nigga don't even have a formidable microphone. And I did say I was gonna stay out of beef this year because if you don't have a decent microphone, I'm not responding to people, man. So, because you don't take what you're doing seriously, man. Like the moment you pick up a microphone and you want to get on, or a phone or whatever you got, and you want to get on YouTube and start yelling, you are a YouTuber. You done jumped into a whole different realm. You're a YouTuber. You got to carry yourself as such. You got to compete as if you are a YouTuber. But people don't want to talk about no real shit, man. Niggas just want to beef. So y'all go have fun looking at these Pookie and Ray arguments, which is like the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Tank Johnson is playertalktv@gmail. So,
but
yeah,
you
man.
know, you said DJ Kudo eventually.
Wait, somebody just they asked you your email. Okay, somebody didn't know your channel. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, playertalktv@gmail.
It goes back, DJ. Yeah, you have to compete eventually because wherever odds you have is either going to grow or you're going to start being on a decline or stagnation. See, with us black men, we can't get away with certain things, unlike our other female counterparts in certain quality.
Right.
You get me? We have to put in effort. We have to do more. I'm not sure why black men argue with other black men. You have to do more because in this realm, because we don't control certain things, you got to do extra and more just to get not only a crowded audience, but just to put yourself out there, period. If you're just going to do the regular, like everybody else, don't invest in just the small things. No one's here to buy the whole tech, but eventually if you're making money, just improving that, add things as you come along. Even the sound wave you have right here, I still can't use it. I'm messing with it.
You got one night you gotta sit around in your man cave or your office or wherever you at, your studio, and you just gotta play around with it.
I think I need to buy something for this because
or go on the internet. You on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I was on YouTube, but I couldn't find nothing that really helped me like find how to use this with the little thing I had with my mic, my laptop. So but like I said, we talk more on your stream more about.
Yeah. We'll play around with it because like I said, man, dudes are like, well, such and such did it off a cell phone. Okay, you're not such and such. What's your excuse then? Or like you gotta. Man, dudes in this space something else, man. So, man, look, man, y'all have fun with these stupid talking points and shit like that, man. The real dudes in this space, man, they getting their shit together and on the way to give you a better show. Now I'm tinkering around with this camera, tinkering around how getting better sound out of this camera and learning how to really do what I want to do with my equipment. And after a while, I'm gonna just stop talking and then niggas gonna keep asking me questions. And I'm like, when I was giving you the goddamn game for free, all of a sudden nobody didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
I try to give my brothers the game for free, and y'all see what happens. So
people in the chat keep calling you a Pookie. I never looked at you
well,
like
no,
that.
they say I'm
What's the deal with
well,
that?
maybe my appearance, but you know what I'm saying. I'm cool and I'm chilling, man. I move around in all types of circles. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I move around in all kinds of circles, man. You wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah. I ain't get that from you. I never looked at you that way, like you was, But anyway, it's a little odd thing. I just know the people.
Well, they
saying
put
it
me
in
on
the
that
chat.
side. They put me on that side of the fence, Bernard, because of the whole game situation.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a astronaut next week, so I don't know what these niggas talking about, man.
Yeah, I just always just looked at you just a cool, smooth dude. Had some
Yeah,
good game. When you're talking about the ladies, but it wasn't like Pookie Hood nigga swag. It was just like
yeah, it was smooth. Yeah,
just some smooth player type shit.
yeah.
That's all I got from you. Just a smooth player type, not a Pookie. I ain't never got that. That's why I was a little confused when you was getting called a Pookie in the chat. I was like, what the
See,
hell
like,
going
look at
on?
Low Key V. He said, "Bruh, you shitted on dudes for not having a certain sound." No, I did not. And he said, and basically said they ain't worth listening to if the mic ain't up to par. No, I did not. That's what you heard. That's what you heard. Did you not see me just show people the mics and tell them what to do, how to use it, and how to run it? Like, I'm not shitting on people for that. Look, I got the same mic. Listen to me. This is gonna be the end of y'all niggas, man. I keep telling y'all, I got the same mic. You're not getting past me. I told y'all, I got the same mic. Okay,
Mhm.
all right. People aren't even using this mic correctly.
Matter of fact, I might as well pull out the mic that I want to
God
see.
damn.
Shit.
Man, I'm not listening to dudes, man. I'm not listening to dudes. Bernard, you're respectable. At least you dropped 300 to 400 on something that because you believe in something. You have a use for it. You understand?
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I'm not listening to dudes that never even picked up a microphone because
I
people
got.
be talking through their like iPod headphones. They be screaming into their phones and doing all kinds of shit. If you're
Oh,
screaming
God.
into your phone, this is going to sound good compared to whatever you got, headphones, uh your kid's tablet or whatever. This is gonna sound good compared to whatever you got. So
Yeah, you
you
talking
know,
about dropping 350 for a mic? Right
yeah,
now I'm looking at
niggas
600.
haven't even spent $200 on the mic and they want to talk about some. Well, I know what I'm talking about. No, you don't.
I'm looking at potentially 600 for a camera. And I'm about to get the lighting and all of that shit. The three lights that you need on you, and then some what they call practical lights. Some practical light. And Angry Man got some of that. Hell, Kevin Samuels got that going on too. So yeah, I'm about to
All right,
Look
let
at
me see if I could do this.
the
get all that
Elgato key
going
light.
on. Hold on, let me see.
It's-
Click on. There we go. What
You
we
see the
looking
mic?
at here?
Yeah, I
Is
see
the
it.
mic here?
A little bit further
Raise it
to
up a
your
little bit.
left. Yeah. What
There
is
you
the
go.
I've seen that mic. I forgot the name of it.
It's a Samsung Meteorite. Let me show the
Yeah, the
box.
meteorite. Yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah. Not you, Cardo. I'm talking about Low Key V. You talking about I shitted on dudes. Okay, Low Key V. You keep listening to people with weak sound, man. You have fun with that. Yeah, those are pretty nice. I heard those are pretty cool. It's a USB mic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a plug and play. The thing
Yep.
about the USB mic is that if it doesn't have its own sound card, it's gonna go off of your computer's sound card. And if your computer doesn't have a formidable sound card, it might downscale the sound quality of that microphone. So that's why I teach people how to really run a XLR setup, because you just get more control over what you got going on. And like you don't have to get stuck to a certain sound. If you guys want to get a nice USB mic, go get this one. This is the one that just came out. It's called the Elgato Wave 1, and they got the
Okay.
Wave 3. So just get your hands on one of these mics. These are called ice cream sandwich type mics, because how they're set up. And it's like the same thing like that Yeti. People think they can speak into the top of it. The Yeti's not a dynamic mic, so people don't even have proper mic technique. You got to speak into the side of the Yeti. You got to actually have it in front of you and speak into the side of it. Same thing with this. You got to have it in front of you and speak it into the side of it. The Yeti's a condenser mic. It picks up every single thing. That's why you don't talk into the top of the Yeti. You have to literally speak into the side of the coil is facing this way. Then there's another one facing this way. Then there's another one facing this way and this way. But y'all aren't even doing like, see, the only good thing about this mic is that if you want to interview somebody and you don't have two microphones, you can literally set this in front of somebody and you can turn on the bi-directional mode and it has bi-direction. Then you can turn on the circle mode where it picks up everything around it. Then you can turn on the stereo mode. So if you're doing ASMR and you're clacking on one side of it, they hear it on one side of their ear. You're clacking on the other side of it, they hear it on the other side of their ear. Or you could turn on cardioid mode, which is what you should be using it in, which niggas don't use it in, which is why you hear all kinds of shit, is because you it only projects in front of you and it cancels out everything around it. But it still picks up everything because it's a condenser microphone. And these aren't even meant to be used on the stand that it comes with. You got to get a boom arm and attach it to a boom arm. You see? So, number one, people are using their equipment wrong. Number two, they're not gain staging their mic correctly. Number three, a lot of times these give you a necessary humming noise. When you go to actually do voice work, they tell you to stop. Don't use these. These are damn near banned from any type of serious work because the majority of people don't know how to run them. Then it's a toy. It's a toy. If you want to get a good microphone that sounds just like this, which is the exact same thing, it's just that you don't get all those other little features, which you're probably not going to use anyway, spend $60 and go get you one of these. Go get you one of these, okay? Go get you a snowball. This is what Alan Roger Curry showed last time. Go get you a snowball. These aren't bad. You know,
to be honest with you, Kuda, that was one of the mics I was gonna buy, but when I found this particular mic and I now looked at now because I was talking to you now, it has sound cancellation, so I decided let me spend extra more 20, 30
bucks.
But
the sound cancellation is good.
Ball mic, you know, because when I talk, my voice get loud or clear enough with certain devices. That's why I'd be very mindful with certain mics because as I talk and if I yell or something, you'll hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on people's voice because I don't speak loud, but when I'm in electronic device, my voice picks up very much. So the sound quality and depending on people's how their voice reverberates from certain technology mics.
Yeah,
it affects the quality of what you hear, the playback or hearing people talking with other people.
Well, it picks it up because when you yell into a electronic mic, it takes your sound and it digitizes it and then reproduces it. So it digitizes it and then reproduces it. When you're using the XLR mic, what you're talking about is what you hear. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So how you sound is what you hear, unless you're playing around with your processing settings and stuff like that. You have to use something called a noise gate. So this is why you want quiet microphones. This is considered a quiet microphone also, but this will pick up everything if you give it the chance to. So you just got to know your equipment. You just got to run your equipment, and you just got to have confidence. Like, you don't understand when you know you're speaking into quality, because niggas always talking about voice and quality and stuff. Yeah, they don't care about what you're listening to. When you're speaking into quality equipment, you have more conviction in your voice. You have more confident in delivering your content. You know what I'm saying? People can't swoop in with some money and be like, hey, well, we're going to give you $1 million and we're going to give you a studio. It's like, I got a studio. I know how to produce my own shit. I'm good. And that car that you offering me, I drove up here in it. So
yeah,
you might have to up your deal.
It can't be easily bought unless you put in the money.
Yeah, like what you gonna give me a studio with this same damn microphone? And you don't know how to run the microphone. I'll come in there and tell you how to run the microphone. Yeah, you got your microphone in the wrong settings. This is why your episodes are fucked up. You need to turn on the presence boost, and you need to turn that on, that switch. You need to flip that on, and your gain is at the wrong settings, and now you're good.
Yeah, War Master and Mr. Deezy. Thank you. Oh no, Mr. D's. Thanks for those cash apps. Mr. D's, you sent that earlier in the show. I forgot to shout you out for that, but thank you for that.
All right, y'all. I'm not gonna bore y'all with my mic talk, man.
Oh no, I'm feeling it. I needed it. I got hold on, Chaos. damn, it was another. Well, no, this out of this out of the realm of mics.
Mm-hmm.
But when you going live on camera, somebody told me that because I just got just a basic Dell laptop.
Okay.
Somebody said when you going
that's good.
live on camera with everything set up, got extra monitors, all that shit going on, they
Mhm.
saying your laptop not gonna be able to handle that. It's gonna be slow or something like that. Is that accurate?
Well, get a
Not,
gaming laptop then.
yeah, that's what I tell people. Get a gaming laptop and just use it for business.
And I got two, Bernard,
Yeah.
to let you know. And
So
the reason
my
why
Dell.
I
Let me make sure I
switched.
get a clear answer. Are y'all saying that this Dell
All right.
won't work?
No,
What
no,
is
no.
it? Is it a
We're not. I'm not saying it won't work. I had a Dell, and my Dell gave up on me. But the reason why I switched to a game laptop because I use OBS. And I've noticed the power of the gaming because a lot of people use it to play games. A game laptop takes a lot of power for people to sit there and play hours of games. So me thinking, why don't I transition and use that to do live streams? Because
What would
I'm
you
yeah?
on
say?
doing the
That's
same
what I
punch.
did. Yeah.
So what
So
I've discovered, and my you couldn't tell me this because
hey,
I
I'm getting
discovered
lost.
this
I'm getting lost in the blizzard of words. Hold on, wait. In your assessment, will the current
All right,
Dell
let me
that
show
I
that.
have
I'll say this.
work?
I'll say
Yes or
this.
no?
Make it easier for you, Bernard. The reason why you should invest in a game laptop because it's much more
I'm
powerful.
asking what do I have? What I have right now, will it work?
What?
Yes, but it will. But if you try and get the best, what you try and get out of your channel, it is recommended you invest the extra $1,000 on a game laptop or 800 if you can
All
get
right, what's
one.
your thoughts on
Shit,
that,
I
Cooter?
paid 600 for mine. Just get you a gaming laptop because they're good with having like multiple programs open. Make sure you get like an i7 or an i9 if you get one
And
new
don't
one.
forget
I
a
got
Radeon too. Radeon or
yeah.
Radeon.
So what you want to do is you want to get a laptop where you can actually have multiple programs open at once and it doesn't confuse the computer. Also, if you got a whole bunch of monitors around you for whatever reason, what you want to do is you want to get a splitter. You want to get something where it runs from a USB to like a splitter and you can plug all your monitors in and then it just picks it up on your USB and then that way you can have all your screens up. um there's different ways to run monitors, but like I only got a one monitor setup, but
Yeah.
a second monitor wouldn't be bad, but you get like a splitter and or like you can get a cam link. You can always get another monitor, get an HDMI cam, not even a cam link, just a regular HDMI cord, run it into your computer and it'll pick it up as another monitor. So
Yeah, that's
And
what
you
I,
know,
that
Kuda,
that was my game plan. That's what I was planning on doing. I wasn't
yeah, I
you
got
know,
a
investing in
one
nothing
Kuda,
else.
monitor setup though.
DJ Kuda, that sounds like a good idea as well because like my game
Mm,
laptop, I saw some on Facebook ads like another monitor where people could
mm,
plug in. And I
mm,
didn't know you could split the monitors because usually I have other windows open on
mm,
the side because I have like a certain memory, like RAM.
mm, mm,
So having another monitor with a game laptop will be even more better. Just to have
mm,
certain things run so you watch one window and you see the other one.
mm.
But like I said, Bernard, the Dell you have, if you are investing money, just use it for now. But as you try to get up, you want to switch into more powerful systems, and game laptop will do it fine.
You
And
got
like
like an i5? You got an i5, Bernard?
Man, I don't even know. I bought this a while ago.
What year is it?
It was used when I bought it, so
Mm.
oh, you going to
and
you going to change that.
Yeah, you might have to change it, but like keep that computer. What I do, I keep my other laptops around for just straight sound. Like if I want to, like this computer right now, because I'm about to get another one, but this one right here, I'll have it work with the other one for either sound or producing. Like if when I get the other one, this will just be straight for editing. Have like a specific job for your computer. You know what I'm saying? So one will be for streaming, one will be for editing, one will be for straight sound, one you just use After Effects, or you learn how to edit and stuff. Because this one I got too many interfaces, so when I turn it on, it's confused which one should I use the Rodecaster, should I use the XLR, should I use so I gotta always tweak the settings and stuff. Whereas if you get one, yeah, just make sure you get you a nice gaming computer and don't use it for video games. Just use
Yeah.
it for straight business.
Only
That's what I
business.
tell. That's what I tell people
How
what
much
to
of
do.
those run? How much of those run?
This
video
one I
game
got
computers,
a year
they-
ago. This is like 800.
A
I think I
gaming
paid for
computer? How
this.
much? A
Yeah,
gaming
gaming
computer?
computer starts at like anywhere from 500 upwards to like if it's brand new to like a couple like probably like 1,200, 1,300, 400, 500.
Yeah.
I mean I got mine used. I paid like $600 for it.
Yeah.
But my thing is that my Windows 10, I don't know what's wrong with my Windows 10. I know Keep It Techie tried to help me. He sent me an email. He probably gonna beat my ass because I didn't I didn't get to really fully read everything because I've been on the move so much. But my Windows 10, it crashes. Windows 10 has a problem where it always crashes. So I haven't got to fix that yet.
Damn, I did not know that, bro.
Oh yeah, Windows 10 is trash, man. It crashes every so often. So, or something always happens. So I gotta really look into that. But
So
I'm like,
hoping
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, I'm
Well,
hoping this
it
was
is broke,
helpful
so.
for you, Bernard, because I know you're at the 3 hour mark now. So I hope that you go back and you probably, get what's necessary for your studio. But like I said, if you already spend the money on the things, you don't have to really rush now. But it'd be a good investment if you could find a game laptop that's under 1,000, buy it right away. Because I paid almost 800 for that, and I had to buy another one just for just a streaming part of what I'm trying to do. So, like I said, if you're gonna have these laptops, make sure you separate from what you're trying to do, which I'm starting to do now. And I took the words from DJ Kudo because that's why I starting to do, because I have few laptops and some of them that either work or don't work. I'm saying, this is only gonna be for this purpose, this purpose, this purpose. So that way, no computer, if something goes down, I got something backed up. So always, for insurance.
Warbmaster 7 asked me to read your Cash App. It says for build a computer with a lot of RAM. Ask Angry Man. I don't be reading.
Yeah, if you could, you do that too. RAM is very important. Very important. Very important.
Yeah.
You can do it. If you
can get somebody that knows computers and they build them, you'll be straight with that too. But just get a laptop and just have a designated job for it, and you should be okay, man. But Bernard, man, hit me up sometime, man. We'll have a tech talk. I know you're not gonna want to talk about this Pookie and Ray Ray shit again, because them niggas, man.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on right now with that one. My ear haven't been to the streets. I don't know what's
Bernard,
going on.
just scroll down. Just scroll down. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. This again.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Well, all right, man. Thanks for the tech talk, the mic talk, Kuda.
Yeah, man. If you need any help, and man, make sure you guys hit me up. Like, I'm always here. I'm always on the third shift. If you guys want to come and pick my brain about tech and stuff like that, man, you're and some of the stuff I can actually show you right there. I actually plug shit in and show people what shit is. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys, if you guys, I'm like, I'm like people got mad at me, and then now look, all of a sudden the Manosphere is talking about tech. And you know why they said that they don't want to upgrade their equipment? Because they said I'm going to take credit for it. Listen, I will not take credit for what you do.
That's that nigga shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And then they practice gang mentality, but they have the nerve to talk about Pookie and Ray Ray. So listen, man, y'all have a nice, what's today? Monday. Y'all have a nice, productive Monday. Now, Manosphere Tech shows, I'm going to put them in a playlist and probably share it, but we'll be back. I need to finish doing this Elgato Wave, and I'm going to do this Lewitt, which is the same company that made that Elgato Wave. So, I'm just messing around with some new tech that I got right now. So give me maybe a day or two and we'll have some episodes out. So I'll make sure y'all check that out. And it's all free game.
All right. Peace, fellas.
For
Thanks
now.
everybody. Thanks everybody who came through, who liked, shared, subscribed, dropped some super chat, Cash App, all of that. Appreciate everybody. And peace and thanks for you, Chaos, for coming on up too. With that said, we out of here. Peace.